is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dead Red Podcast. It's really Thursday Night Football, but appreciate everybody tuning in. It's just going to be me tonight as Sox is doing some personal stuff, but appreciate everybody in the chat. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Shout outs to Jacob in the chat. Apologies for being late. I'm still setting up here because obviously the Yankees just signed Carlos Rodon, and I had to release a YouTube short about it since I'd be doing this stream. So I'm very excited about the Yankees getting Rodon. I'll keep all sorts of questions, answers and all that stuff throughout the stream, because obviously we discuss more than one thing on here, NBA, NFL, all that sort of stuff. So I'm still setting up here. I'm just trying to contain my excitement, because the Yankees got Rodon on a steal. As I said, guys, keep the comments rolling. I can't even talk today, but we do have a Thursday Night Football game to stream. The kickoff is in about 2 minutes. Of course, it is on the Amazon platform, and it is the first game of the week. Shouts to Tony and shout outs to Jacob. Yes, that one of the reasons I was planning on doing this game is because of the playoff implications for the New York Giants, and as well as this was the most voted in the poll for which game we should do this month. Right, next week there's no Dead Red Podcast, guys, because I will be at the Jets game. Thursday Night Football against the Jaguars, freezing my asses off. You're a hockey fan, of course, the Coyotes, but can't wait to obviously dive into this game right here. Obviously, guys, if you haven't already, even though it's kind of worthless at this point, you guys can go check out that video I did on Max Fried. Yankees should pivot towards him, but obviously we know now that that's less likely. It's less likely. So, did you see Yankees signed it on? Yes, I did. I have a YouTube short out about it. There's going to be a full video coming out after Thursday Night Football. I would have done a video. I would have done a live, but I had this on the schedule. So my apologies. But yeah, the full breakdown, all that shit is going to be coming your guys' way after Thursday Night Football. So be here, guys. MLB, NFL, whatever topics you want to discuss, throw them my way. Yeah, Jacob. With that being said, let's see. Is Kenneth Walker in the lineup? I got to change my fantasy team because he was out. I think he's back in. So I don't want to put him in. Do I put him in over Pacheco? Man, I don't want him to run big in this game though. Damn, I'm really trying to weigh my options here. But yeah, they need to go get a left fielder, and they need to move the contracts, being Donaldson and of course Aaron Hicks. So there's that. Shouts to Hayes. What's going on, man? People say should have went offense instead of Rodon, but Rodon is too good to pass up. That's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. So it looks like the Seahawks will receive the ball. So let me just pull up the Seahawks depth chart really quick so I know which players, of course, I'm talking about. Let's see. All right. Get to the game here. Robbie Gould kicks it away, the former Giant. And this is taken past the 10, past the 20. He's got a lane all the way out to the 35-yard line. What a return. Of course, let's see who was on that return. I'm trying to get the names and numbers now, but pretty nice return there. No co-host. Yeah, just tonight I decided SoxArizona is doing some personal stuff at the moment, and I just decided I really didn't want to compete with, sometimes when you have different people on, it's competing with like TVs and stuff in terms of, who's ahead, who's not. So I figured the chat's going to keep me company tonight. Tyler Lockett in motion, Geno Smith. He'll hand it off to the rookie Kenneth Walker, and Walker's got a 5-yard pickup. About 3 yards after contact there, and it'll be second down. Yeah, Almighty. I mean, the Seahawks losing is big for the Giants. It's big for the Giants, so that's why I'm a Niners Nation guy tonight. I'll reveal the inactives very shortly, as we have a second down and 5 as they're rolling pretty quick here. Geno Smith, he's got his man Tyler Lockett at the 46-yard line. That's moving the chains. First down. Gives me fancy points as well. So offense moving quickly, short dink and dunks, but it's moving them down the field. About 4 yards away from opponent's territory. Of course, Seahawks are out of the playoffs right now. This game would be a big win for them against a divisional rival. Play action, Geno Smith drops back, and this is a screen to Walker, and nice play by Azeez Al-Share. The linebacker read it like a book, and it's a loss of 3 or 4 on the play. Bench Geno for Trevor Lawrence. I have Geno starting in one league, but I forget who my alternatives were, and they weren't good alternatives. So we actually lost a little bit more. Loss of a few more. Second and 13. Marquise Goodwin in motion with Kenneth Walker in the backfield in a 3 wide receiver set with 1 tight end. Smith drops back. He's under pressure. Smith is going to roll, and this one is, it's almost intercepted by Dre Greenlaw. Had one last week off of Tom Brady, but they're still forcing the Seahawks in a 3rd and 13. I agree, Jacob. I also think that they're out on Evaldi right now. Like, and you know what? If they get Evaldi, great. If they don't, great. I mean, the rotation's set right now. The rotation is absolutely set. So we got a 3rd down here. Got to see if DeMeco Ryans brings some pressure. Maybe Noah Fant is in to pass protect Travis Homer in the backfield. 3rd and 13. Play clock winding down to 1. Geno Smith drops back. He's facing some heavy pressure. He's got to heave it, and it is incomplete. Maybe there was a flag that they're looking for, and Halafunga was the nearest one in coverage. Let's take a look real quickly. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, just doing some simple stunt work. Great call by DeMeco Ryans, the defensive coordinator who could get a head coaching job this offseason. Michael Dixon will be on 2 punt. And he kicks this one away. Let's see where it's going to be down. It's going to be fair caught around the 10-yard line. That's where the San Francisco 49er offense with Brock Purdy will start once they return from commercial. Sox is, I don't want to say it because I think he'd be mad at me, but just say he's making some it's a happy thing that he's doing. I just don't want to say it on there because I don't know if he's doing some personal stuff. So my major in college is sports management. Nice. Luca took a sports management class this semester. Gino is getting killed tonight. I saw Bosa pass his needle around to the defense. You're funny, he is. If you're asking what my major is, these fucking flies around here. Jesus Christ. That's why I gotta get my own studio. Yeah, of course. Rodon to the Yankees. I have a short on that. Guys, you go check it out. I'm trying to put a thumbnail up so it's not just me in a blue fucking sweater. But what was the other question I was going to get to? Yeah. It's by technicality, it is digital communications, but my focus is broadcasting. So there's that. His major is fly killer. Well, yeah, I've killed a couple of flies in my time in this fucking basement. He's getting a vasectomy. That's happy. I don't think for him, he isn't even married yet. So I don't know if it was, of course, I would expect nothing more from Brad here. Alex's degree is in stupidity. Hey, I'm rooting for your team tonight. Gotta respond to a tweet from the coach, Ed Gladney, on Twitter. So just give me a second, guys. I'll get back to the game. Let's see. Excellent. Him and Cole will be one of the best 1-2 punches in the American League on baseball. All right, so this game should be Alex, did you chance to check that interview? No, I did not. I will check it out, of course, afterwards. I know Tana probably did a great job with that stuff. So, yeah, I'll check it out afterwards. Hmm. Yeah, my degree. Well, actually, that's Luca's degree. He likes to be completely transparent. Hold on. Let's see if we have something here. Yeah, if I'm being completely transparent. Or there's this. So, um, Donaldson Hicks for Reynolds. In my dreams, I guess I would say, because they wouldn't accept that. Anyway, we're back to the game here. Brock Purdy is the quarterback. Jennings in motion. Flips it to McCaffrey, and he just faces a wall. Barton trying to get him around the edge, but he ends up gaining 2. Take a look at Brock Purdy. I mean, he had a solid week last week. Obviously, the rushing game played a big part, but put his team in a lot of good positions, made some really good throws. Waiting for Luca's 1-2 punch on Alex. You're funny. Yeah, that was an awesome interview. Tana was great. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. 2nd down and 7, the fullback Kyle Juszczyk in motion. And play action for Purdy. He's got a man in his face. George Kittle is stopped for about a yard. Jordan Brooks on the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd down and about long. Where's Mr. Transparent? Mr. Transparent is taking time to prep for tomorrow's podcast on the Big Blue in the Bronx YouTube channel at 6:30, which is also known as the Friday Night Knicks podcast with Donald Stewart as well. So just some notes. So it's actually 3rd down and medium, which is good position. Empty set for Purdy. Looks like they're sending some extra pressure here. And 4-man rush. Purdy has to get rid of it. It is caught. It's slightly short. Looks like it's going to be slightly short. And it'll be 4th down. Nice play by Ryan Neal. And they're going to send the punting unit on. No one can complain. I gotta put up a banner. That's how ill-focused I am. No one can complain about how anymore forked over $522 million between Rodon and Judge. Yeah, I mean, he's got the money. He just has to know where it's going. He just has to know where it's going. Mitch Wishnowsky is going to be the one punting the football. Kicks it away. And looks like it's going to be fair caught by Lockett at the 35-yard line. That's actually where they started the last time. So pretty solid field position. Hopefully Alex doesn't curse the Niners. Yeah, hopefully I don't. I want them to win. Let me put this banner up. We're still at guys, by the way, I just want to say this real quick. San Francisco 0, Seattle 0, first quarter. Okay, let's put this up. And make it red because tonight we're rooting for the San Francisco 49ers for Giants playoff implications. There we are. Okay. We're gonna ask to score a lot with no scoreboard. Yeah. The Frazier move is pretty solid. I mean, he could play a multitude of positions. I don't know where he fits in your infield, to be honest with you. He also could play the outfield. So solid signing by the Orioles. I really have no complaints about that. They ought to go get somebody though. They ought to go get like a big move because right now it's just they really haven't changed from last year. Really haven't changed from last year. Just trying to organize these so I don't look puffy white. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. You going to more games? Oh, Killer Joe's texting me right now, guys. He goes, you better go to more games this year. Impressive so far. Get a left fielder and get rid of bums, and you have me sold. There. All right. Just curious, Almighty, why not? I'm not interrogating you. I'm just, general question. Maybe you prefer Brian Reynolds. Maybe we have some good options. McCarthy. In my order for who would I want in terms of the outfield from left field, I'd probably say Reynolds, Benny, and then McCarthy and cut it off after that. I'm not necessarily all for the other outfielders when it comes to Arizona. So those are just my thoughts and, the guys I would go with. So, looking all the stacked defensive line picks since 2015, obviously 2 of them are no longer with the team, as Solomon Thomas is now a Jet, and DeForest Buckner is now an Indianapolis Colt. So, there's John Lynch, the former broadcaster, actually used to be in the Fox booth, if some of you guys remember. But he is now, or has been, the general manager of the Niners since the year 2017. So, offense is set to go back on the field at the place they started exactly the same last time. Noah Fant is in motion. Smith, fake. He's got some pressure, and looks like he just tried going to Fant right there. It was like a little bit of a toss just to get rid of it. It is an eligible receiver, so he will not receive intentional grounding, but looks like he got some heavy pressure there coming from Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead. Armstead being blocked by Austin Blythe, and Noah Fant just trying to get a chip on Bosa, and Bosa read it the whole way. So it's 2nd down and 10. Yeah, Tommy Canley was Tommy Canley, is a good move. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. Looks like he just ran into a wall there. Geno trying to do some blocking, and Jimmy Ward comes in and makes the tackle, and it'll be 3rd down and 12. Ran into a wall, tried making some moves, and it really hasn't been too successful thus far for Kenneth Walker. It looks like Greenlaw and Warner were just biting there, and nice setting the edge by Ward. So overall, nice play, and it's going to force them into a 3rd and long. So this may be a very low-scoring game, guys. 3rd down and 12. Maybe expect some pressure, but maybe not. Maybe they'll just drop back into zone or man. 4-man rush. Smith looks like he's going to heave it deep. He's actually going to go for the check down to Fant. And Fred Warner makes the stop at the 38-yard line. And it is now 4th down. I'll get to the comments in a sec, guys. Love you guys spamming the comments section. Love that. Love all that stuff, guys. So we're waiting on a punt from Michael Dixon. 2nd punt of the night. And this one is away. And it is going to be fair caught at the 13-yard line by Ray McLeod, the former Steeler. So, 9:13 left to go. Still no score. Very much a defensive game. So let's get to the comments. Only way I don't like Benny signing is the price. He's not worthy of $100 million. I agree with that. I very much agree with that. Tommy Canley move is dumb. He hasn't thrown more than 13 innings in 3 years. I don't know why you're so high on him. He's got a heck of a changeup, Tony. So there's that. He pitched well in a small sample size last year for the Dodgers. So there's that. And it's $5 million. I mean, $5 million a year for a reliever, I think it's a pretty solid deal. Now, people could talk about the injury history. The Yankees have had real good depth in the bullpen. So I disagree. Maybe you could call me a homer, but I've always liked Tommy Canley. Yeah, I agree. Me and a friend of mine were just talking about it. You got to get rid of those contracts, get a left fielder, and you have me on board. Oh, Orioles fans are always jealous of the Yankees. Well, I have us winning the division. I mean, the Orioles, to be completely transparent, and I'll tease that word, of course, is I don't know that the Orioles really got better. I don't know that anybody else other than the Yankees and the AL East got marginally better. I'm going to be completely honest. The Yankees got better with the Rodon signing because, they just upped their rotation. So I think you could make a case that they could be the best team in the AL East this year. Giants wish they had the Niners D. Yeah, no, I've always admired the Niners defense. A bunch of guys, under 300 pounds, very versatile, can play the run, can play the pass, do all that good stuff. I was worried about Rodon to Boston. Boston was never going the length for a guy like Carlos Rodon. Don't worry, Jacob. Never was he go. Never would they go into the length. Never. Of course, I can't change the thumbnail on my fucking short for some reason, which I hate because I don't want it to be just me in a fucking pullover, but it is what it is. I have an idea for you and me to compete baseball season. I'll send the info, explain the way it's going to work. We're all going to compete season. Who gets the longest hitting streak? Okay. Yeah, I did. Tynes was spot on about Jones coming back, and I'm leaning towards that way too. Tynes had some good insight last night. As I said, I'll definitely have to watch. The Astros don't really need to make moves. They're already good. Yeah, I mean, with Justin Verlander leaving, I mean, they still got some premier pitchers in terms of, like, you look at them and they're very good in the playoffs. So we're back to action here. Use check in motion. Fake to McCaffrey, play action. They're going to screen it to use check. Use check. He's got about 70 yards on the screenplay. Jordan Brooks. I can't talk today. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Tony says he's not jealous of the Yankees. Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. Obviously, all of you know that he was Mr. Irrelevant in this year's draft. So that's what makes it a little bit more enticing. So 2nd down and 3. Brandon Ayuk in motion. Landing next to Jennings. And they're going to hand it on McCaffrey. He's got a big hole. Past the 30, past the 40, inside the 40 to the 44. Christian McCaffrey was out of a cannon on that play, and it's a 1st down. I mean, Purdy's just put now. Obviously, I don't think we're keeping Jones, but to be completely honest with you, Purdy's been solid. I have to see more of him. I want to see, like, him pass in more situations, because, like, 100 whatever he got last week doesn't do it. I mean, yeah, obviously the 2 touchdowns, but I would just like to see him outside of a Niner system. Niner system is very good for QBs, though. Purdy hands it off to McCaffrey, and he's just going to push for 3 yards. Bruce Irvin amongst others on the tackle. You can make an argument that we were the only ones got better. Rays got somewhat better. Boston got worse. Baltimore didn't do much. Toronto's definitely gotten worse. Yeah. Right there. The Yankees are the only team that improved. The rest of the fucking AL East is sleeping. So I think we might have an injury on the field right now. And looks like they're tending to Brian Moan, the nose tackle. So obviously they'll go to commercial. Niners using 3 QBs a year, all better than Jones. Well, personally, I don't think Garoppolo is better than Jones. A lot of Giants fans say that. I'm not of that belief. Trey Lance is not better than Jones. Purdy, I would like to see extended playing time. So I'm perfectly happy being an Orioles fan since I was born, and we were supposed to hate the Yankees, but I'm definitely not jealous. Some people ain't talking about right now, but Rodon in hand, we might be willing to give up young pitching in a Reynolds deal, which is what Pittsburgh wants. Hey, listen. Give up as much pitching as they, want in the deal. Doesn't fucking hurt me. I don't know why I can't change this goddamn thumbnail. Something blowing up. In my fantasy group chat. Shout out to Jeffrey. What's going on, man? Guys, like, comment, subscribe. I am fully on the race to number 900. And I said, you know what? We got to get 800 at some point. We got 800. Got a lot of subscribers over the last few days. I think we're at 818 now. Let's get to 900 by the end of the year. Can we make that happen? We got 16 and a half days to do it. Got 16 and a half days to do it. Jeffrey Mayer. Seattle loses tonight and Giants win Sunday. They go up to 90% chance of making the playoffs. I mean, it ultimately just goes up if, Washington loses to us. But we'll see what happens. The Giants have to control their own destiny. And if they don't, it just goes less and less, in terms of percentage that they would make the playoffs. So next week it's Jets Jags, the game I'll be at. So shout outs to my guy MH in the chat. What's going on, MH? Seattle loss would definitely help. Agree. Fuck this game, Rodana Yankee. Of course. I mean, I made a YouTube short on it. Just some quick thoughts, and then obviously, I'll have a video out later. It doesn't really look good for Brian Moan. Was limping off of the field with help of the trainers. All right, so back to action here. 2nd down and 7. Brock Purdy with a toss. Juszczyk the lead blocker. McCaffrey trying to fight out of a tackle. Barton pushes him out of bounds, and they'll be around a 3rd and 3, so 3rd and manageable. Yes, we are building. I think it's a very good move. Just got to make a couple other moves to come off of it. I think the Jags will beat the Cowboys. If that happens, I mean, I'll be happy, but it really doesn't have an impact on our spot because the Cowboys are much higher up in the seed than we are. 3rd down and 3. I think I also picked Jacksonville as an upset this week. I might have. Picks will come at halftime. By the way, I am picking the 49ers to win. So in terms of dead red picks. This one is caught and upended at the 41-yard line is Jawan Jennings, but it moves the chains. 1st down, San Francisco. SoxArizona tonight is doing some personal stuff, but that would be just me, of course. Look, we're going to... Yeah, I need an electric fly swatter. I need one down here. I need one that, doesn't make noise, but it's like one of them electrical ones that, it touches it and goes, zzz, like those type of fly swatters. Those fly killers, too. I mean, all right, so we got 1st down and 10. This is a toss to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is stopped behind the line. What a play there. And just an awesome play by, let's see, who I feel like I reckon Uchenna Nwasu. That's who it was. Really played the edge well there. Speaking of the fucking fly, it looks like they had a wide receiver on Uchenna Nwasu, and he just set the edge really well right there. Made a nice tackle. McCaffrey could have gone for more, but he didn't. I needed the fly zapper. That's the word. Thank you. Only in New York you'd have a presser for returning free agent. Mets did it with Nimmo. Brock Purdy drops back. He gives to McCaffrey, past the 35, and a 1st down. Nick Barton on the tackle, moving the chains to the 31-yard line. San Francisco with a new set of downs. Obviously, looking at Christian McCaffrey, who is a California native out of Stanford. 1st down and 10. McCaffrey in the backfield. Looks like a fullback, a tight end, 2 wide receivers, and a running back. Ayuk in motion. They're going to give to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 2-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Brock Purdy, I believe, is actually he is 100%. 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 tonight. See a note about the San Francisco defense hasn't given up more than 59 yards to any rusher this season. That's I guess it's a good thing I sat Kenneth Walker today. So, one of my better moves, because I'm like, do I go with Pacheco? Do I go with Montgomery? And Brock Purdy, he finds Kittle wide open. Kittle past the 10 into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. What a wacky play-action play design there. A couple of fakes, opens up Kittle in the middle of the field, and San Francisco puts up 6. What a play design. This is what San Francisco is known for. They really don't give you a ton of like Patrick Mahomes like plays, but they have this just dynamic offense that they run with every year, no matter who's the quarterback. And it's really exciting to watch, along with their defense, of course. Robbie Gould, kick is up, and the kick is good at Lumen Field, 7-0 San Francisco. I started Walker. Well, that's going to be a tough one, knowing that you gave me all the factoids. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Too easy, even I monotone. Well, I got excited there, you have to admit. I had a feeling something would happen when Boris today was in New York for the Nimmo press conference. That's good point, man. Good point. Yes, sir, Evan. Yes, sir. We got our guy, Carlos Rodon. Nobody was listen, people were talking about him at the deadline, but nobody was talking about him in March like I was. Okay. People were talking to me, he's injury prone. He's only got one good year. Guess what? He follows up with another good year, and we get him. So San Francisco start Brad Pitt at quarterback and still get 220, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. No, I mean, that's a good point. They just have a system that's quarterback friendly. So if they didn't have a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo or Brock Purdy, Daniel Jones could be maybe over there. Let's see. Yep. Ed McCaffrey, I believe his name was. He was a good wide receiver. I wonder if Collins might get elevated based on his knowledge with Washington. I wouldn't put my finger on it, Jacob. They've been really reluctant to call him up the last few weeks. Kick is away, a short kick. And it's going to be returned. Ooh, he's got a nice return. Still pushing down to the 32-yard line. Nice return there. I'm trying to get who number fucking 38 is. Of course, that's the one number I didn't study. And look at the roster. Of course, doesn't show me that. One day I'll get number 38. But nice return there, nonetheless. Nice return. See on the practice squad by any chance? No, of course not. Anyway. Geno Smith hands it off to Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is tackled by Halafunga in Greenlaw after a gain of 2. I've heard good things about Mickens. He could give us a spark. In terms of the return game, he's solid. He is pretty solid in the return game. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to be any part of the offense. Maybe if Richie James doesn't go this weekend. But yeah, I mean, he's a solid returner. The Giants have needed a solid returner. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Got a tight end in the backfield. Lockett in motion. Geno Smith. Ooh, fumble. It's picked up by Abraham Lucas. Halafunga came in off a cannon. It's like he came out of a cannon and went into the backfield. Geno Smith saw nothing there. 3rd down. Geno Smith, I don't think is too happy, but Halafunga coming over from the safety position to have a blitz. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he just walks by. I mean, the tight end, Parkinson, I think his name is, doesn't give a chip. Abraham Lucas doesn't do much of anything, so they're out of 3rd and long. Screened a good one and it is dropped. Was it backwards? They're going to take it back into the end zone, but they're going to conclude it as a forward pass. So it is 4th down. Geno Smith probably pissed off after that drive. I would be too. He's just very unhappy right now. I would be too. Once again, shouts to Nimmer. What's going on, Nimmer? Houston is going to shock the world on Sunday. You think they're going to win against the Chiefs? Listen, I'll give you a ton of credit if they do. Definitely looks like a forward pass. It was tipped by Nick Bosa, so that's what changes the trajectory on the football. Michael Dixon punts this one away. And it will be fair caught. He was blocked in. Oh, they're going to throw the flag. Raymond McLeod was interfered with a little there, but was he blocked into McLeod? Looks like Blunt is arguing with the referee, or at least the official at the moment. Joey Blunt, that is. He was trying to get out of the way. Will they make the official call? That could be 10 to 15 yards there, and that is fair catch interference. Looks like Janoris Jenkins had nothing to do with that, so I think it's 10 or 15 yards there. What still pretty good field position for the 49ers. Pete Carroll not really happy. Shasta Jeff, what's going on, man? He goes, another good stream. Just wanted to give a shout out. Go Twitch, feeling for his family. Only 40. Wow, brutal. Yeah, prayers up to him and his family. I don't think he gets elevated unless James is out. I think they signed him because James is still in protocol. Let's see. Nothing much, Alex. Just hope the Giants win against the Washington football team on Sunday. I do too. Anyone can pronounce those names is destined to be a great broadcaster. I can't say cat. To be completely honest, or some would say completely transparent, my last name is long and in some ways impronounceable. So maybe it's just, I would say, poetic justice or coincidence that my career is broadcasting. Purdy, under a little bit of pressure, doesn't freak out though. McCaffrey is tackled out of bounds by Boye Mafe. Gain of about 1, if anything, so second down. As we're winding down, and looks like Abraham Lucas is just talking to Geno Smith. Geno Smith being confident. You know, he's giving him a little talking to. So didn't look like any sort of argument there, just talking to his teammate, what happened on that specific snap. Looks like it was a missed assignment, maybe. So second down and 9, about 1:46 remaining in this first quarter. McCaffrey, motion to the left. Purdy drops back. He's going to fire to Ayuk. And nice tackle on the play by Darrell Taylor. And it's going to bring up third down. So there's an injury update. Brian Moan is out with a knee injury. So it just didn't look good. It just didn't look good at all for Brian Moan. Kyle Shanahan obviously calling the plays. It is third down and 6. Looks like they're trying to rev up in Seattle. Obviously, they have the 12th man. It's very loud, impacted the Giants game when they went over there in October. Purdy throws it, out route, caught. First down for Ray McLeod. There is a penalty marker, so it might be offsides, could be illegal formation. My bet is it's going to be offsides, but no, it's actually going to be a holding call. And this one's going to go against 2018 first-round pick Mike McGlinchey. Let's see what happens here. Darrell Taylor just has a nice edge right there, and he completely tackles him. McGlinchey thinking, that's I can see that because he's kind of ripping it down, and then, it just doesn't look good that he tackles him. It would be a pancake if he didn't hold him, so. The 12th man is armed and ready. Loud in Seattle. Purdy under pressure. He throws it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to make some moves. He's going to be well short of the line to gain at the 47, and it is fourth down. Likely will run it to the end of the first quarter. Jones will go off in San Fran. He has everything the Giants don't have. Yeah, I mean, it's just a perfect situation. So maybe they're just trying to fool the defense here with some sort of stuff. And, he stepped off sides. He stepped off sides. Darrell Taylor stepped off sides, moving 5 yards. So maybe if you're the 49ers, you reconsider this in terms of going for it, but nothing's going to be done until after the first quarter. Yeah, so, I mean, unless they say time ran out, let's see what Alex Kemp, our referee, says. And they will say a neutral zone infraction on Darrell Taylor. But, of course, nothing's going to happen until, maybe that's a penalty that they actually push the time back. So, fourth down and 2, you might want to go for it. Hey, listen, you want to kick your rival's ass? You want to win the game early? You might want to consider going for it. My personal opinion. Now, I know this isn't Madden. So looks like it's going to be the end of the first quarter now. Or they'll have an extra down. Let's see. It's the end of the first quarter. 49ers, 7. And Seattle, nothing. Exciting first quarter. Got to pull up a scoreboard, maybe pull up some stats as well. I find it Saturday a long time ago. Dave O'Brien, who calls the Red Sox game, used to do Georgia football games. Wow, so that's pretty interesting. When Alex makes it to ESPN, they're just going to call him AGP. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people complimented me, say, "Oh, you make it to ESPN and stuff." But my last name is very complicated. I mean, it's not in theory when you think about it, but um, it's looking at it, it's like, oh my god, how I pronounce that name. And there was another one. I still think Washington gets an easy win on Sunday. I mean, it's very easy to also say that as well. I don't think it's an easy win. Now, if you could pick the Washington football team and say they're going to get an easy win, all these different things, right? I think it's just very easy to say that, knowing the Giants got their ass kicked. I think they have some ambition, and they have just a thing to take care of. SVP, AGP sounds the same. Jones would go off in San Fran. Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely agree right there. I got to get some fucking water. I mean, I don't have ice cubes, so I'm literally drinking room temperature water, but I just want to read some stats real quick before I get some water. Brock Purdy, 9 for 9, 73 yards. Touchdown. Geno Smith, 3 for 7, 7 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 6 carries, 35 yards. Kenneth Walker, 3 carries, 6 yards. Tyler Lockett is the lead receiver for Seattle, 1 reception for 5. Christian McCaffrey, the lead receiver for San Francisco, he's got over 60 scrimmage yards, 5 receptions, 32 yards. And with that being said, leading sacker is Talanoa Hufanga for San Francisco. No hits on the quarterback or sacks for Seattle yet. So I will be right back, guys. I'm just going to get some water real quick. Put it up. I'm going to pull up one thing. Getting water. I'm going to add that. I am back. So don't fear, Alex is here. Hopefully the game didn't start yet. So looks like the punt went to the back of the end zone, and we have a flag. Looks like it's going to be a legal formation on the kicking team. I'm not getting Fireball. I've never tasted Fireball, though. So looks like they're gonna get Gray for illegal formation. Danny Gray, wide receiver on the kicking team. So they're looking at Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas, both rookie tackles. One being a 3rd-round pick, one being a 1st-round pick. But what's interesting, guys, I mean, this is just something I want to throw out there since I'm doing this game, is I'm actually taking a sports broadcasting class next semester, so I'll be able to improve on my sports broadcasting repertoire and my skill set. Geno Smith dropped back under pressure. He throws. This is batted away. What a play by Charvarius Ward on DK Metcalf. 2nd down. It's going to be tough sledding tonight if you have anyone on the Seattle offense. Just a hands game. Beautiful play by Charvarius Ward. You're a funny guy, Brad. Cross numbers look better than Neal. Yeah, I mean, Neal's really struggled, but listen, we'll see what happens this week. Hand off to Walker, gets about 4 on the play, and it's now 3rd down and 6. I don't think so. I'm really high on time. I mean, Heineke's not a world beater. He's an average quarterback. He's a game manager like Daniel Jones is. But, we'll see. He's torn up the Giants defense before in primetime games in Washington. I would pray to God that, of course, they make a QB change to Wentz, but I don't see that happening. The locker room's on Heineke's side. 3rd down and 5. 4-man rush. They're going to flip it to Homer. Homer, does he get enough? No, he does not. He's short by 2 yards. Great tackling effort. Dre Greenlaw, Jimmy Ward, Talanoa Hufanga, and it's now 4th down. Yeah, Luca's just prepping tomorrow for the podcast that will be premiering tomorrow. Won't be premiering; it'll actually be live. So it's just the debut of the Friday Night Knicks pod, 6:30 p.m. Hopefully, you guys can join him in the chat. Probably going against Young on Sunday or Montez Sweat. Yeah, it's possible. So now we have a penalty marker, which could mean backing the punt up or giving the Seattle Seahawks a 1st down. Let's see what this is. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. So DK Metcalf, I think, was called for unsportsmanlike conduct. And he was just chattering, which obviously nowadays, that type of stuff gets called. DK's pissed about it, and now it's 4th down. Chattering with Dre Greenlaw. So now Michael Dixon is on to punt. Gets this away. And this is taken from the 28-yard line. And Ray McLeod upended. Nice play by Radigan. And now there's a penalty marker down. So now we'll see what this is. Let's see. Again, we'll need Alex Kemp's clarification. Let's see if this is on San Fran or Seattle. During the return, holding on the receiving team, so that's going to back them up 10 yards. And we get a timeout. Just going to go to see if who this number 38 is once and for all. 38. Because on the one side I looked at, they don't have it. Godwin Igwebuike. So I know that name. Calls are softer than the Giants. You're a funny guy. Mets just signed Omar Narvaez. I mean, he's a backup. So, yeah, they're probably shopping McCann. McCann's not very good. I hate basketball. I'll be there to support it. Hey, listen, I appreciate that, Tony. So, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Turn on post notifications so you know when the live stream pops for your drops. Do all the good stuff. So, appreciate all y'all coming out. As my phone is blowing up at the moment with all these different things. Let's see. Again, I'm in this one group chat where a lot of people disagree on the Yankees, and now it's. Let's see. Let's see what my friends are sending me regarding this Rodon signing. Awesome stuff by the Yanks. So I'll put. All right. Yeah. So, guys, keep those questions, comments, all that sort of stuff coming. And also, feel free, guys, to subscribe to all of the platforms in the description. If you're new to Sox Arizona's channel, of course. If you haven't seen Sox Arizona's channel, of course, subscribe over there. Big Beat Reactions, Nerding Out Sports, Pinstripe Chronicles, all that good stuff. I've been feeling Saquon's about to go off on Sunday. There was a video of him today where he said he had the best practice of the season. Personally, I hope that's true. I hope that is true because we do need Saquon. We need a running game just to get going, but it has to be with smart tendencies. So See what happens here. First down and 10 for the 49ers, obviously backed up due to the holding penalty, as they're showing DeMeco Ryans, the defensive coordinator. Juwan Jennings in motion with Ryan Neal following. Purdy takes the snap. He hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey, he pushes. He still gets about 5 yards. So creds to McCaffrey, one of the better backs in the league when healthy. Second down. Everybody get on Alex for not making a Giants bet with me. Hey, listen, I'm not all that confident. I was confident, a few weeks ago. I'm not that confident right now. Not that confident right now. I don't pay people to be my friends, despite what Brad thinks. Purdy play action. Chased. Fires Ayuk. First down to the 45. Awesome play action there. I guess it's gonna be interesting. Maybe if Brad comes to an NYY News TV event next year from Australia, and my first conversation with the man will be quite interesting if he does show up, of course. But Brad, despite his ripping on me, is a great supporter of NYY News TV. Is a great supporter of the channel. Yeah, he knows me. He knows me like the back of his hand. Probably talks about me to his friends, and every time he goes in the NYY News chat. McCaffrey's got a hole about 5 to 6 yards on the play, probably about 5. So it was a little tussle between Juwan Jennings. There's a penalty marker down on the field as well. Wait for Alex Kemp's interpretation. See where this one is going to go. I think it's a legal hand in the face on the 49ers. Actually, a legal block in the back by Brandon Ayuk. So got a big chunk play, but yeah, just that block in the back. Can't really do it. Can't do it. Illegal block in the back. LOL. That's a good one. Alex, where's my weekly payment for being your buddy 2 weeks late? Well, I mean, it'd be multiple months late, technically, but first down and 18. McCaffrey in motion. Purdy takes a snap, 4-man rush. Purdy fires. He's got Kittle over the middle, and he's making some moves. He'll get to about 47-yard line, get a nice chunk back, and it should be second down and long. Appreciate everybody coming in here. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that good stuff. We're on the road to 900 subs. So, Brock Purdy with 100% completion today, 11 for 11. Second down and 9. Purdy setting up protections and his targets. Use check in the backfield. Purdy under pressure. This is a high throw, so it's going to be his first incompletion. Nice pressure off the edge there, and it's going to be third down and 9. Let's see what happens. Yep. Just pressure right off the edge from Quandre Diggs. Was in the box, coming from his safety spot. Yeah, I mean, he had him open, but it was pressure, so nice play call by Seattle's defensive coordinator, that being Clint Hurt. So it'll be third down. Looks like they might be sending some extra pressure, but late blitz, throws, and this is nowhere near Ayuk, and it's fourth down. 2 straight incompletions there. Shout out to Jets Mess. What's going on, man? Alex, what made you and your twin want to do, was this college-related? Purdy ain't so relevant now. No, I agree. So I'll give a little history lesson. Gino looks like Gino tonight. Yeah, Gino is looking like fucking, he looks like Jets Gino. And Chargers Gino, but he didn't really play with the Chargers. Wishnowski on the punt. kicks it away to the right side and we'll lock it in at the 18-yard line. So what happened was like it was around 7th, 8th grade, and I was still up in Pennsylvania as they're fucking throwing fish everywhere, which I'm not a fan of fish. Not a fan of fish, but hey, that's what they do over there in Seattle. That's good for them. But anyway, I was like in 7th grade, 8th grade, didn't really have a career plan set out. And, it started to creep into my mind, I'm not really fit out for this, baseball player thing. And my path to being a baseball player was was a difficult one. Like I would have to jump through 175,000 hoops. And I give credit to anyone who's, going through that field right now. Obviously, living in small town Pennsylvania with, just limited opportunity, then I never really thought about a career path probably until I got here, back to New York. So, how do I put this in words? Sports broadcasting, that was my focus, but I never really knew how to get it started. In terms of like blogs and stuff. And, I didn't really think about a YouTube channel at the time. I only watched like 2 Giants YouTubers. So, when actually it was before the pandemic, I started writing for a site called AL East Report. I disagree, Tony. I despise sushi. But I started writing for a site called AL East Report, and I don't know if they're still around right now. Then I started writing for NY Giants Rush. I wrote for Empire Sports Media. Pandemic happened. A lot of that stuff collapsed. Was part of a small-time blog for a little bit. Obviously created a YouTube channel within that span going back to April 2020. And, ever since I haven't looked back. So we're almost at 1,000. We're just going to pump it in a little bit more. Pump in the content, do all that good stuff. But we've made tremendous strides ever since April 2020. I mean, just remember the first live stream I did was like off of Zoom. It was so, man, like you go back and look all those years. I mean, I just cringe looking at it. But I'm like, you know what? I grew from that. All right. So we get this offense back on the field now. See what happens. They're talking about his completion percentage, how he's aging like fine wine and making improvements. 4th largest improvement in history, I guess, if that's a stat. Geno Smith, 4'9", 11 yards. Hands this one off to Walker, and he's just stonewalled in the backfield. Fred Warner, amongst others, on the tackle. And they're just not getting any sort of success. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Obviously, I joined NYY News TV back in, talks even started in September of last year, but it was made official in December. So, it was all fun and games starting at that time. I do want to assess Tony's comment, though. Looks like Hafunga might be coming off the edge on this play, so hopefully they block him up this time around. 2nd down and 8. Smith fires, first down. DK Metcalf. Might be the first or second first down of the game for Seattle. They got to take this and move. I mean, ever since that one drive, San Francisco really hasn't had any offensive success, but just a typical slant route. Could really call it a short post. Walker and Goodwin in motion, which leaves Geno Smith in an empty set. Takes a snap. Geno Smith looks. He fires to Metcalf. He's got a first down. So they had Greenlaw on him and 2 straight plays, and they got to watch out. Metcalf's doing a lot of talking. You don't want that to cost yards now. So yeah, it just looks like they're playing pretty off. I'm surprised they're not, putting Charvarius Ward on him a little bit more in terms of press man, because that was working earlier in the game. So we'll see what happens here, who they stick on him, and now it's Ward again. Metcalf, 2 receptions, 26 yards. Kenneth Walker in the backfield. Let's see if they stick to the pass. They do. Metcalf, and he drops it. Pass broken up by Charvarius Ward. 2nd down. I still remember first episode with you was David. Yep. That was when it was first on my channel. And then we decided, you know what, we're going to do on both channels. So there's that. I found you by accident. I thought I was going into the Bengal broadcast. Not sure if you know him, but you guys look similar. I don't know if I look similar to Bengal. I mean, I like the comparison, but this one is thrown to Kenneth Walker for 2 yards, and it's 3rd down and 8. But interesting. Don't 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, you do get ejected. Metcalf is a mental patient. Interesting comment. But yeah, I mean, I've found multiple supporters through multiple content creators and multiple collabs. Really, I mean, that was, I think, when you came in with Monday Night Football. Tony came in with the Dead Red podcast. I think Jets Mess came in when we had Jeremy from Jets Chaos on. So it's just so great. So there was some definite movement up front, and now it's going to get blown off as likely going to be a false start against the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be on Tyler Lockett. See right there. Yep. He just takes off before anybody starts moving. 3rd down and 13. Shane Waldron is the offensive coordinator, of course, for the Seattle Seahawks. 3rd down and 13 as they're playing a cover 4 look, it seems. Maybe not even cover 4. Geno Smith under a tad of pressure. He's going to take it and run. He might have a first down. He is past the 45, past the 40, and they're going to want a flag for that. Are they going to get it? They're not going to get a flag. Pretty interesting no call right there. Hufanga made the tackle out of bounds, and the whole Seattle sideline erupted, but first down for Geno Smith using the legs. Let's see, take a look. Yep, he's got some pressure. Deals with it nicely. He had a big hole. Let's see. Yeah, I could make a case for a call there, to be completely honest. Yeah, he's already out of bounds. I'm not rooting for Seattle by any stretch of imagination, but I could see why the sideline was pissed. It's going to be a handoff to Walker. Walker, he's got about 5-6 yards on the carry. I haven't really introduced this much. I think Tony's the only one that participated in it. We have bingo cards for Boys in the Big Apple. So if you guys, for instance, if you get a bingo, we'll get to send you a gift card. I mean, I haven't gotten Tony's address yet, which is why I haven't sent the gift card. But let's just say you strike on 5 different terms we say in a podcast, in a live stream alone, get bingo. So it's fun. I like doing that stuff. Noah Fant with the out route and a first down. So it looks like this Seattle offense is moving. Then I saw 2 of you. I thought I was seeing double without having a drink. Him and Norman changed that rule. Yeah, the Odell penalty and all that stuff. I mean, that I guess it was a predecessor to that, but the taunting penalty came in 21. So appreciate it, Austin. No problem, Tony. Whenever you get a chance. Geno Smith, he gets the stick route to Metcalf, and he really doesn't get a ton there, about 2 yards. So 2nd down, about 8. 5:30 left to go here in the second quarter. As they're finding ways to really slowly beat up on the San Francisco defense. Obviously, the run game really hasn't been too successful. 2nd down and 8. Total of 67 yards on the drive. 42 have come from the passing game, which isn't a shocker. Geno Smith drops back, throws over the middle. This one is broken up. Hufanga on the play, intended for the tight end Colby Parkinson, and it's 3rd down. See a Funga right there. Looks like cover 2, maybe. Yeah, and looks like he nearly threw an interception right there. Yeah, it could have been if he had thrown it a little over. I mean, he probably would have had a touchdown to Parkinson. So it's 3rd down and 8. 4:55 left to go. DK Metcalf in motion. Takes a snap. Geno Smith, he has to just chuck it, so they'll settle for the field goal likely. Travis Homer was the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So it looks like they're probably going to get Jason Myers out to kick the field goal. Myers has the highest field goal percentage in the NFL. He's only missed one this year. So kicking from 38 yards away, and he's got it. So Seattle is on the board after a long drive. 7-3. As far as the Dallas Mavericks go, I mean, I haven't watched them a lot this year. I think they're solid, at least to my knowledge of them. But with that being said, they also kicked our ass, and they're Knicks South because they literally get every Knicks player like cast off. Like they had Porzingis, they had Reggie Bullock, Dennis Smith Jr. I think. Well, Dennis Smith Jr. actually came back in the Porzingis trade, so I mean, doesn't really make any sense if I were to say, oh, he was part of the Knicks South movement. I don't know if Exton, a friend of mine says we need Tatis. I don't know if that's realistic. I get Sox's picks over the weekend, of course, when he's done his personal stuff. But like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when live stream pops video drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. So, obviously, this game has huge playoff implications. Guys, keep the questions and comments coming. Subscribe to all the stuff, I should say, channels in the description. See if they'll let me post a thumbnail on my YouTube short yet. Hopefully they do. They probably won't, though. For now, you can't change the thumbnail on your YouTube short. I have no idea why. No idea why. But hey, it's that's YouTube for you. Maybe if I reopen the page at some point, but hey. Down to New York. Yep. Right. So we're going to get back to action in about a minute or two here. Time is winding down here in the quarter. Hey, listen, he's pretty accurate, so I don't really see that as a bad thing. Only reason I like Tatis's salary doesn't go past 30 until 2026, I believe, which would mean Cole and Big G are both off the books. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But you would also have to spend time compensating for Garrett Cole and Giancarlo Stanton. They're, them not coming back. So we'll see. We'll see, of course. Yes, get those likes up, guys. Both channels, Sox Arizona, and of course, Big Blue in the Bronx. So this kick is away, and it will go into the end zone. So, sorry, I've just been replying to a couple of different text messages. Everyone's just texting me over Rodon. 1st down and 10. Purdy, fake. Under pressure a little bit. Throws it. It is caught. What? Oh, no, it's dropped. Broken up by Ryan Neal. Second down. Tatis is shit. That's a take. Probably won't resign Cole unless it's a 1 or 2 years. It just depends how good he is towards the end of his career. So Rodon signing also protects us in case Cole opts out. I mean, the way I've said it, Jacob, is he does blow up in the regular season. Carlos Rodon won't do that, and you can't really make the narrative that Carlos Rodon's bad in the postseason. He's had 1 or 2 starts, so I'm not making any narratives in terms of that. Flag on the play, probably going to get Bruce Irvin for offsides, and Purdy's going to run for about 5 anyway, so they'll likely just take the offsides up 5 yards and then run another play. So 4:35 left to go. And this is probably going to be on Bruce Irvin. Offside, yep. Joe's sending me fucking whole paragraphs over here. Actually, they're charging Tariq Woolen. I thought it would be Irvin who jumped off sides, but still 5 yards charged to the Seahawks. Let's take a look. Or no, they're saying, well, actually, I guess you could say Woolen because he was kind of stepping on the line of scrimmage, even going towards the 49ers side. McCaffrey on the carry, and he is stopped right there. Barton and Brooks on the tackle, and looks like there's some intense trash talk on the field. I think a couple of guys were in there. Tariq Woolen was one of those guys engaging. Maybe it's, with some of the receivers from the 49ers side. Third down, a big third down here. Ideally, you would like to get a stop if you're San Francisco. So it's 3rd down and 1. Yes, we did get our man, Blue City. 3rd down and 1. Juwan Jennings in motion as an inline blocker. Takes the snap. McCaffrey gets the first down to the 38-yard line. So they're just moving the chains with this running game. The time possession is important. Let's check the time of possession, at least as of right now. It's very even. It's very almost even. So a lot of good stuff working. Is Killer Joe no, he's not with NYY News TV anymore. He had some personal stuff going on, and Pete and Joe thought it was best to take a break for a while. 1st down and 10. And this is a toss to McCaffrey. And he's just trying to get some yards. LJ Collier on the tackle. 2nd down. They should run one more play before the 2-minute warning. They probably will. There's Clint Hurt, the defensive coordinator. You could still make some stops. I don't think some timeouts have been used by Seattle. So get a stop. Try to go downfield. Make it, a 1 score. Well, I mean, it is already 1 score, but, make it a field goal type game. Or you could go ahead and just go for the touchdown like aggressive teams would. That's McLeod in motion. Takes a snap, gets the screen to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is trapped in the backfield. Uchenna Nwasu and Jordan Brooks on the tackle will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Showing Alex, I'll be showing. What did I say about the Red Sox, Jeffrey? Where is the shotgun kid? He is prepping for tomorrow's show. Leave of absence, yeah. Oh, I see where he I see where he got mad. Okay. See what Killer Joe's saying. This is now wherever this Giants. Oh yeah, now or never. I see what you're saying, Blue City. Guys, definitely like, comment, Well, I mean, 293 could easily go down, Jacob, with what was I going to say? It could easily go down with what do you call it? You've moved Donaldson and Hicks. That's what 25 plus 10. That's 35 million off the book. So that's what 258 to 258. So I mean, you would still be in prime position. Then you could go sign a left fielder, go for Reynolds, which would only cost this much in terms of salary. So there's a lot of different avenues and lanes you could go in. Trying to really because I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm also trying to keep up with Killer Joe because he's just sending me fucking paragraphs like, I understand why you think it's not too much dramatic idea. I think I want to move him. It's a worse situation than the Stanton trade. It wouldn't cost you top guys like Volpe Peraza. You might even be able to give them DJ Hicks to even the money out. If they want to move him, let's get the guys. I'd be all over it personally. You move Glaber in the trade for Tatis, I'm down. Because as I said, I'm 175 different people are texting me at the moment. They've picked up our trash in the past. Well, actually, no, we've picked off their trash in the past. This is oh my goodness. Quandre Diggs nearly had an interception there. It's 4th down. 4th down and 11, nearly picked off by Quandre Diggs in the center of the field. Would have been big for Seattle, but they get the ball back now. Real simple, just put Killer Joe on, then you could keep up easier. Well, if it was a Pats game, obviously, it'd be a little easier. But the pass was intended for Jawan Jennings. So, Red Sox let go of Jeter. Nah, Jeter Downs isn't very proven. He isn't very good either. So, no, I wouldn't pick him up. Lockett locks it in the 18-yard line. So, Seattle has a total of 3 timeouts remaining and could go downfield with this drive. So, I said, there's a ton of people texting me right now. So, no, the Yankees aren't done yet. Multitasking World Poker Tour Championship and listening to stream. Well, I appreciate that. Tyler Lockett with the reception as they're trying to obviously minimize the amount of clock that they spend here. 2nd down and 3. Homer in the backfield. Smith takes a snap. He looks. He fires. What a throw over the hands of Jimmy Ward into the hands of Marquise Goodwin. So it's a 1st down, moving the chains. I don't think hopefully they're not done because you need to figure out left field and trade 2 bad contracts away. But we'll see. We'll see. This is a handoff to Homer. And Dre Greenlaw made the tackle. 2nd down. Second down and 6. Smith takes a snap, gets a check down to Homer, past the 40. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the 49ers. Going past the 30, past the 20, past the 10, and tackled out of bounds. Charvarius Ward with the fumble recovery and an instant turn. An instant turn of momentum heading towards the 49ers' way. Big fumble there by Travis Homer. Knocked out by Dre Greenlaw and picked up by Charvarius Ward. Absolute momentum shifter and a killer if you're Seattle, who hasn't got a lick of offense all day. No, I know you're joking, MH. I know. I haven't watched American Pie yet. Everybody's been recommending it to me. It's on my like 100 list of movies to watch. What a play by Greenlaw. What a play by Ward. And if you punch it in the end zone, you're feeling really good if you're San Francisco right now. Do not settle for the field goal. My personal opinion. If you settle for the field goal, it's still a one score. Gives it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey pushing, fighting. I think he's got a yard to go. So it's second down. You could waste probably as much clock as possible here. Now, if you wanted to be really aggressive, you could start calling timeouts. You could start calling timeouts if you're, yeah, they're calling timeouts. So they actually want the ball back after that error. So whether you want to go down and get a field goal, make it a one-score game if if they get the touchdown. So, we'll see what happens. And it's not like they can get any other first downs. Like the only way you get a first down is a defensive penalty like holding. But that's just a absolute maul by Greenlaw. Second and goal. Let's see what they do here. McCaffrey up the gut, touchdown, 49ers. Really like the guy from Arizona. I think he'd be better than Benny for you guys. McCarthy, put the score in. So 2 touchdowns for the 49ers to this point. Still upset that Mad Dog compared the Yankees to Cowboys. I mean, in the fan bases, I see a comparison. In the end, I could see some sort of a comparison, but obviously I'm a Yankees fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan. See, looks like Dre Greenlaw is talking to DeMeco Ryans. It's 14-3, so it's time for me to change the scoreboard. Walter says, "Kiss my butt, 49ers." Hey, I don't know if you're a Seahawks fan, Walter, or whatever, but I'm not rooting for. I am rooting for San Francisco, but I'm not a 49ers fan. Jimmy G, who? Yeah, that's what a lot of people are going to think. Jimmy G is a free agent, so if he goes down the line, and Brock Purdy has some good, really good games down the line, man. You really can't look back. Brock Purdy is really getting the same production as Jimmy G, and he's a younger Jimmy G. So they're looking at week 17 and just some of the hits he placed in the past, week 17, 2019, where he laid the hit on Hollister. I want to say it was Jacob Hollister, because I think there's 2 Hollisters. There's Jacob Hollister, I think, is the tight end, and then Cody Hollister is a wide receiver. Or it's opposite. So kick is away from Robbie Gould. And this is taken back by Igabweki to the 30-yard line. So a couple of scrap fighting, and looks like some extra trash talk involved there as well. Maybe Seattle will try to pick up an extra 15, but yeah, everybody's looking at that Quandre Diggs as a turn of momentum kind of thing. Trey who? Yeah. Can you imagine if Mr. Relevant, when it's a Super Bowl for the 49ers? The 49ers, if they play like this, they could still make the Super Bowl. To be completely honest with you guys. So there's a flag on the play. Just missed that because I was responding to another text, but it looks like it very well could be against the Seahawks, or at least everyone's pointing on it. Maybe it's offensive pass interference. Yep, on DK Metcalf, so another killer. Seattle's just not winning it all tonight, man. They're not winning. Not winning in the ground game. Yeah, he's just grabbing for life, and then at the end, I don't feel maybe the extent. Okay, so the grabbing there. There's definitely Okay. I could see one side of the call. So, um, and Metcalf's not really a fan of the call. But hey, listen, I mean, if I had offensive pass interference called on me, I wouldn't be a fan of it either. Smith drops back. He's going to fire. He's got his man, Tyler Lockett, and it is a couple of yards on the gainer. Goes out of bounds, so obviously that will save some time. Second down, 28 seconds left to go. They are on the 33-yard line. Takes a snap. Has some pressure. This one is caught. Time is still ticking. Penny Hart on the reception. And looks like, is there a timeout called? Or was that incomplete? Nope, it's timeout by the Seattle Seahawks. Peace out, Jeff. 15 yards added on. Sox sends, whenever we do something like this, in terms of me calling a game by myself or something like that, Sox always sends me his picks through the phone. But he hasn't sent them yet, of course, because he's doing stuff with his girlfriend. So it just seems like Charvarius Ward is having one of the best nights in his career. This one being against DK Metcalf. Well, I mean, Blue City, they really haven't gotten, no team in the AL East other than the Yankees has gotten better. And I'm saying that without bias. Third down and 4. Smith, he looks, he fires to Walker, and he's short. If you're the 49ers, do you call a timeout and want to get an extra score, bump up on your rivals, or you let this run out? So it looks like the clock is stopped. San Francisco calls a timeout. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Fourth down, and looks like there's some frustrations on the Seattle sideline. I say if there's a holding penalty on San Francisco in this return, you just kneel it out. Because you don't want to be trapped with that. So they're punting from the 36-yard line. Their own 36, that be. Kick is away. And this one is going to tail into the end zone. So you have 8 seconds. I mean, you might as well just let it run out. I mean, what are you going to do with 8 seconds? Yeah, I'll look at my Instagram. You're competing for SoxArizona. Well, I mean, I'm not picking for Sox, but as of right now, I am winning in the standings. But I got to see what last week did for us. That's going to be obviously after the game, and then in 2 weeks from now, I'll let you all know how our standings look out, because next week we don't have a show. As they kneel out, we'll go to halftime. What was I going to say? See, next week we don't have a show because I'll be at the Jets game, and the week after it's going to be the year-ending Dead Red podcast. So that's something you don't want to miss. If you're a Dead Red podcast fan, if you're anyone on this channel, you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss our Boys in the Big Apple end of the year show either. I mean, we have 2 weeks till that happens, but we'll see. We'll see. A lot of good stuff coming on here. I mean, we got some great stuff. We got Dead Red on Thursdays. We got Big Blue in the Bronx on Tuesdays. We got Boys in the Apple on Mondays. And also Big Blue in the Bronx on Saturdays. And we also got Fridays, the Friday Night Knicks pod. So. Right, so with that being said, are y'all streaming postseason if Giants make it? We'll see. I mean, I haven't really thought of that too much, but we'll see. I know that Nerding Out Sports is streaming this Sunday's game. I kind of don't like streaming Giants games But sometimes the reason why is I don't, Giants don't win when we stream, so kind of want to get away from that. Week 15, is that the week we're in? Yes, we are. Okay, so I'm gonna unveil my picks here. I'm gonna unveil my picks, and I might be a homer for some. I might not be a homer for some, but anyway, we're gonna get it over with. So let's get this going. How Steinbrenner is becoming his father. You're bad. I must be bad luck. I mean, when I go to Giants games in terms of regular season, I'm 1-0-1. Commanders are a sneaky good team, good D, and still like them. I mean, Hal's not like his father 100%, but listen, we'll see what happens. All right, so here we are. Here are the picks. Let me just put up Seattle has 3, so I don't mislead anybody. But here we are with the picks. I'm going to take a sip and we'll get into it. So it's quite interesting to see what will happen in this game. Ravens and Browns, because obviously Deshaun Watson is back. I think it's going to be a battle of the running games. Who am I picking to win? That one's tough because Lamar's not back. Tyler Huntley can lead teams to victory. I'm going to go Ravens. As far as this game, there's going to be like 7 inches of snow. To my knowledge, maybe it's even more in Buffalo. But I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over the Miami Dolphins. Kansas City wise, against the Texans, I'm going to take Kansas City. As far as the spreads, I'll also give those out as well. I did have San Francisco coming into this game, so that's not fraudulent. But the Ravens game, the Browns are 3-point favorites, despite the Ravens being 9-4, and the Bills are 7-point favorites. So, as far as the Chiefs game goes, they are favorites probably by double digits, 14. So there's that. Patriots at Raiders. I have to pick against the Raiders every single week remaining. So I'm going to pick the Patriots to win this game. The Patriots are 1-point underdogs, which really doesn't say a lot. The next game is Tennessee, the Chargers, and I'm going to take the Chargers. Tennessee has a lot of injuries, to my knowledge, and the Chargers are 3-point favorites. You have the Colts coming off a bye against the Vikings. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings. This is the 1 o'clock game on a Saturday, so they're going to start the Saturday process with some of these games. The Giants play next Saturday at 1 o'clock as well, being that it will be Christmas Eve. So Minnesota's only 4-point favorites, which I'm kind of shocked in. Obviously people will talk about the Kirk Cousins 1 o'clock Sunday quarterback, right? But the Colts really haven't proven anything to me for them to be less than a 4-point underdog. Steelers, Panthers. This is quite interesting. It's Sam Darnold, who's beat the Steelers before, versus either Mitchell Trubisky or Mason Rudolph. I'm going to go with the Panthers here. Panthers right now are 3-point favorites. I just don't think they're in such position to go out there and beat the Panthers. I could be wrong. Dallas and the Jaguars. The Jaguars are 4-point underdogs. I'm going to take them to upset. I think Dallas finally gets a lesson, their lesson. So my phone's blowing up right now. Jets, Lions. In terms of this game, Jets are only 1.5-point favorites, which is understandable. There's only 2 wins in between the two, really 1. Lions are 6-7. Jets are 7-6. So yeah, it's 1 win in between the two. Jets, I think could be a team to really take advantage of the Lions defense, though they've gotten better over the last few weeks. I'm going to take the Jets. And I need that to happen. I need the Jets to win. We all need the Jets to win, right? The Lions, we want them out of the playoffs. Arizona and Denver. I don't know why Denver was automatically selected there. Denver is 3-point favorites. Russell Wilson versus Colt McCoy. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals. It's like the contest of like who you don't want to pick. Bengals, Bucks. This one's quite interesting. Obviously, the Bengals, pretty good team this year. Not the team they were last year. They're 3.5-point favorites. I'm going to go ahead and say the Bucks upset. I'm going to say that happens. Obviously, I have San Francisco in this game. In terms of this game, Chicago off the bye versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Stupid fly on me again. But the Eagles are a total of 9-point favorites. I'm going to take the Eagles, unfortunately. And I think that might lock up the division for them. Well, maybe not the division, but at least a playoff berth. I think they got that last week, though. Let's see. Falcons at Saints. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints. Desmond Ridder is starting. Andy Dalton, on the other hand. Saints are 4-point favorites. I don't think it should be that close. Giants versus Commanders. The Commanders are a 4.5-point favorite. I'm going to be a homer and pick my team, the New York Giants, to take the primetime victory. Daniel Jones does really well against Washington. It was known to. And I think this is a game where they rise to the occasion. And finally, the Los Angeles Rams at the Green Bay Packers. I made a bet a few weeks ago, really, that if they won against the Cowboys, that I would pick them to win the rest of the season. And that's what I'm going to continue doing. Green Bay over Baker Mayfield and the Rams, they're off the bye. So those are my picks for the week. Obviously, I see a lot of stuff in chat. They clinched last week. That's what I thought. Kyler Murray is out, Alex. Yep, I know. Colt McCoy. Short week for the G-Men. It's not too short of a week, but yeah, you could say it's a little bit short of a week. That's a big Commander spread. I think they said, 4.5-point favorites for that game? Yeah, 4.5-point favorites. I think it should be a little closer, if you want my honest opinion, but hey, call me a homer. I can vouch that you pick the 49ers. Well, Alex, if you're confident you should sign in and lock them in? What, the Giants? I mean, I kind of did that. You and Lucas should travel to Washington and give us the reverse jinx. I mean, I think that's a 4-hour train ride. So when you go to meaningful Giants games, they tie. Yeah, I mean, fucking last year I went to the Eagle game and that wasn't really meaningful and they won. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? I don't think so. So keep the questions and all that stuff coming. I'm not going to be happy because that's a loss. Like, I talked about it and said it was a loss when it actually happened, but they have a better in-division record than we do. And we're not beating Philly in week 17. We're not beating Philly at all this season. So they need to win there. I was talking next week, Sunday, when they play Saturday. Yeah, of course. They do have the 1 o'clock on the Saturday. So there's a little bit of an imbalance there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting a ton of text. Guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops your drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Yeah, it would be a steal if you're talking a Commanders game and the Eagles game. Either way, both would be technically steals. So appreciate you guys coming back, of course. Get those likes up if you haven't gotten them up already, of course. Whether it be on Sox's channel or my channel, of course, and also Twitch as well. Appreciate that, guys. So we should be getting back to action really shortly. Really shortly. I'm going to come out and say this, and I don't address chat stuff, but Jeffrey, I'm going to say this. That's something Blue City said. So if you have an issue with him, take it up with him and say, why did you say the Red Sox suck or whatever hurt you? I mean, I understand unless someone gets really offensive, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to police my chat. Like, there's a ton of Red Sox. I'm not saying you, Jeffrey, would say that the Yankees suck. There's a ton of Red Sox fans that would say the Yankees suck. So if you got a problem with Blue City, just mention it to him. He's probably still here. That's all I'm going to say because I've been seeing this all night. The Minnesota game would be an absolute steal. Absolute steal. So, my mind, I see we need 9 wins to potentially in the playoffs with 10 with the Washington Minnesota wins. 8-1 in my opinion. Well, hold on. No, 8-1 is the record I'm predicting us to finish with, I think. And then let's see. We got 7 wins right now, so you got the 1 win right there. And then what's the other one? So you got 8 wins. That's a Colts game. Yeah, 9 wins would get us in my personal opinion. I think 9 wins would get us in. Still think the Lions make the playoffs. They're a pretty good team right now. Like, let me see my predictions. I'm gonna go to playoff predictors before we get back to this game. I have them finishing 8-9 off initial predictions, but let me see where I got them in the next few weeks. So they play the Panthers, so there's that. They play the Bears, so there's that. And then Green Bay week 17. I mean, they could just be looking to shove the Lions out. So that part's tough. But if they win against the Jets, I think they get in. Obviously, it depends if they have like tiebreakers and stuff, whatever. Because Seattle is still lurking. If Detroit and Seattle lose out, 8 gets us in. Well, I really don't want to depend on them losing out, but that's the situation we're in. They didn't win against Detroit. They didn't win against the Commanders. This is the situation. Just texting some people regarding the Yankee stuff and the rest of the offseason. So if you see me with the chat, of course, Goff and St. Brown are killing it right now. That's true. They shouldn't take on bad contracts unless they get something good. They should throw in a prospect that ranks from 6, maybe a B prospect. Beater, of course. I'm thinking out loud, of course. So if you guys, this guy's talking to himself, he's crazy. Yankees have some roster space clear, 40-man rosters, 39. They still have to add. Yeah, I mean, the way you do that is you fucking tell Hicks to get the fuck out of here. You tell, let's see who else. Hicks. You tell Donaldson to get out of here. I want Gleyber Torres personally traded. I don't think it's going to happen, but shouts Jeff. What's going on, man? Let's see. Wouldn't take on bad contracts. I'm just having a ton of people text me right now. So, all that good stuff. My girl's a Lions fan. She was born in Detroit. Interesting to say the least. Congrats on the signing of Carlos Rodon. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. Just want to see something real quick. And then I think we're supposed to get back to action here. If you're not doing anything right now, Jeff, I was going to say, are we back to action yet? Yes, we are. So texting Carlos Rodon is just totally putting me off the page. I apologize, guys. Jeff, if you want, I'll send you the link. You can come join me on here because I know I don't know if you read my Twitter message. If you're not doing anything, of course, because I know that I reached out to you earlier about possibly, co-hosting game. If not, it's fine, obviously. But we got Juwan Jennings in motion. 2nd down and 5. Purdy takes the snap. Fires. He's got a wide open George Kittle to the 30, to the 20, to the 15. He breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Brock Purdy to George Kittle. What a start out of the gate for the Niners. It is 20-3. Wow. If you're a Seattle fan, you are down in the dumps. Block and release, wide open, breaking tackles. I mean, what is the effort in that secondary, man? Barton was the last guy to get him. He was totally flat-footed. Touchdown. Let's see. First quarter, second quarter. We're in the third quarter. There we are. Kittle is having a game. I think he's got 2 touchdowns on the night. All good on the extra point. I gotta get the banner up. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-3. So my 49ers pick is looking really good right now. Ooh, if you're Seattle, you need to get something started. Abreu and Flo are DFA candidates as well. I would have no problem DFAing Abreu. I don't think he's any use. I do not think he's any use to this Yankees team. We have enough bullpen arms. That's where it stays. That's where it lands. But I mean, some Giant fans, unless Seattle has this sporadic comeback, I mean, you could consider this one in the bag. Thank you, Brad, for your team winning today. If I'm not cursing your team, but thank you for your team winning. That's what I'll say. Oh man, been so stuffy. Let's see. All right. We need Luka to pray for his Jets Sunday. I told Luka this morning, I said, we need your team to win. So you better win. Sox is doing some personal stuff today with his girlfriend, to my knowledge. So that is why I am solo today. So let me just do something real quick. All right. Just trying to get some templates out, of course. No problem, Jeff. No problem. Yeah, the Lions win is huge. Huge. All right, so getting back to action very slowly. See, just trying to do some extra things. I've been multitasking all night. Zach might be starting for the Jets. No, I think White's going to start, but Zach is the backup. That's how they're wanting it right now. That's how they're getting it. Kick is away to Igweki, and he will let it fly into the end zone. Yeah, we're Jets fans for 2 weeks upcoming. We're Jets fans against the Seahawks. We're Jets fans against the Lions. So pretty damn excited. Pretty damn excited for the Yankees. I'm pretty damn excited. Well, that Seattle's losing. Not that I, would willingly root against Seattle, but obviously with playoffs looming, you kind of have to root for certain teams. This is a handoff to Kenneth Walker, and it's weird strategy running down a couple of scores, specifically down 3 scores. So, we'll see what happens, of course, with the Seattle offense. Second down and medium. Hopefully the Lions beat the Jets. I mean, we'll see what happens. But the Lions have been, the Lions win, the better team wins. Jets have been falling out of place the last few weeks. Quick screen out to Noah Fant, and he is pushed out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds by Lenoir, and it's going to bring up third down. How about being a Texans fan, damn it? Well, us? No, I mean, if you like, the only thing, in my personal opinion, you'd be excited for in terms of being a Texans fan is just like for a draft pick, because like they're getting the number 1 pick. It's probably, unless they win more games, which I don't see really happening. Maybe that last week, I think they play the Colts. Or they play the Colts in the next few weeks. I don't know. 3rd and 8. Pressure coming right in Gino's face. And this is intercepted. It's going back the other way. DeMondre Lenoir from the 10. There's a flag on the play. For the moment, it's a touchdown. Everything is just going south, but let's see what the flag is. Here we go. Roughing the passer. That's what it's going to be, folks. Off the board. Off the board. It's coming back. Nick Bosa roughing the passer. Let's see how bad this is. Let's see how bad this is. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I mean, maybe it's me being a homer for the 49ers, specifically this game, but his guy was like right. It's not his fault that his guy was like right into him. I don't see it. I don't know, guys. How do you feel about that? He got hit when he threw the pass. Yeah. I mean, how do you guys feel about that call? But it's a new set of downs. Kenneth Walker into the backfield. Play action. Pressure on Geno. Throws it wide open. Tyler Lockett. There is a penalty in the secondary, though. Let's see where this goes. Bullshit call. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards bullshit call, but obviously still up a couple of scores. Illegal contact on the defense. So everything moving down the field for the Seahawks at this moment, which, is a good response. Yeah, I mean, I do need more water at some point. Probably going to go get on a commercial. Lions are still, no doubt, Jeff. Lions are still a worry. Giants and Commanders may make the playoffs because the Seahawks are self-destructing. I got to look at their schedule the next few weeks. Besides the Jets, of course. Kenneth Walker, a gain of 1 or 2. Let's see. Seattle, their upcoming schedule. So after this week, let me just see something right here. All right. I'll check the schedule after this. 2nd down and 9. Geno looks, fires. He's got his man Metcalf pushed out. 3rd down. Metcalf just doesn't look happy with the results he's getting. So after this week, they play the Chiefs, which is tough. Then they play the Jets at home. Then they play the Rams at home. So we're asking big of some of those teams. But hey, we'll see. The Giants have to control their own destiny in some cases. And sometimes they'll have to root for some teams. So 3rd down and 4, Marquise Goodwin in motion. Takes a snap. Smith looks. He fires. Caught. Tyler Lockett with the reception. 1st down. Saying he's earned $150 million in 2 years. Which player? Maybe I didn't catch up to it in the chat. I have 100 different tabs open. First down for the Seahawks as they're giving Tyler Lockett a rest. If I'm going to be predictable, or if I'm going to predict it, I should say. Okay, maybe they don't run it now. A couple of tight ends on the field. Smith throws the deep ball. And this is caught. Did he make the catch? What a play. Along the sideline, that's Derecki Young. 7th round pick out of Lenore Rhine. Awesome play right there. Just a simple back shoulder fade, but there is a penalty marker. Alex Kemp will once again have to tell us what the penalty is. Hell of a catch, though. And this is going to come back. It's holding on the offense. It's going to go against Abraham Lucas, who's had a tough night. This one going against the former Rams, Samson Ebukam. And yeah, he's just grabbing that side. Let's see. Yeah, he would he have been in? I mean, that's a quite interesting, concept, but it doesn't count anyway because of the holding. So 1st down and 20. Penalties have killed the Seahawks tonight, 7 for 65 yards. They're at the 34. Lockett in motion. Geno takes the snap, low snap. Fires it to Metcalf, and he's just not getting results. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down. I mean, I don't really understand what that play call is. Kittle is a stud. Like the way he plays. A lot of guys with some weird-ass names. I just posted a tweet in chat. Bob Nightingale was saying Rodon earned $3 million in 2021. And, yeah, I mean, he's He's proven himself right every single year. 49ers are a Super Bowl level right now, and if Purdy plays this week, they will be they're still damn hard to beat. I mean, this is a Seahawks team that, was really good looking, a few weeks ago, but just really doesn't look that way. Bosa with the sack against Charles Cross, and it's 3rd down and mega long. I mean, this is total domination by the 49ers right now. Yeah, this really hasn't been one of the better games. I mean, it's pretty much been a beatdown from the start. Yeah, just Bosa driving, cross into the backfield a little bit more. And he's just getting them down. So it's going to be like 3rd and 30, 32 to be exact. You might want to get into field goal range. They probably do with DK Metcalf's catch to the 33-yard line. So I guess at this point, you got to kick the field goal. Or do you go for it? Yeah, it is a major win for Big Blue. Seattle reminds me of the Giants this year. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Shouts to Cooper in the chat. Let's see. Seattle looks like they've given up. It's a great game if you're a Giant. I mean, I'm enjoying this in a way. Not to hurt Seahawks feelings fans, but this is what we needed, right? Giant fans. They probably need us to lose in a couple of different scenarios, even though they have a tiebreaker over us. So this is 51 yards from the former Jaguar and Jet kicker Jason Myers. Snap, hold, kick is down the middle, 21-6. Good from 58 yards, at least Thursday Night Football thinks so, but still some major hills to climb for Seattle. Appreciate all the love we're getting in chat right now. Like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. If you have a channel, of course, Jeffrey has a channel, and there's a lot of Jeffreys in here. There's a lot of Jeffs in here. There's Jeffrey Jamestown. There's Jeff Turner. There's Jeff Nelson. If you have a channel, put it in chat. Let everybody subscribe. Do all the good stuff. Appreciate everybody coming in. Well, at least we know the number 1 draft pick is going to be where he's going. Yeah, CJ Stroud. Unless you think it's Bryce Young. What up? CO, shout outs to Pete. What's going on, Pete, in the chat? NY News TV. Brock Purdy is he's making things happen. He's making things happen. Niners are dominating. That is true. Yeah. I mean, Pete actually was one of the first people that had the Rodon news to the Yankees. So a lot of people are saying give him credit, and I agree with it. These Thursday night games really have been poor all around. When we're watching TVs from probably very low. I mean, they took it off TV just for it to be a shittier product. MH, let me make you if you're not already a mod, I'm going to make you a mod so you could post. Yep. It's in there. Okay. But if you have a channel, post the link. I'll let you be a mod, or I'll post the link for some of you guys. I know Jeffrey Jamestown has a channel. MH obviously has got a music channel, so go subscribe. We're a community here that likes supporting everybody else, so I appreciate you guys. Definitely hit the like button, do all the good stuff. So just see something. Here we are. Just gonna post a couple of links. I'll drop it in for you, Jeff. I'll drop it in for you. Let's see. That's so your channel is in the chat, Jeffrey. He did have the Monty deal. No, people don't respect him because people don't respect us, but people don't respect him because he just gives the truth out. It is what it is. People like to be bullshit artists, but hey, listen, Pete's good at his job. He's great at his job, if anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna need a new intro within the next few weeks. Possibly. I do need. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get you for this, MH, but what I'm going to have to do in the next few weeks is because when you go to my channel, like when anybody goes to my channel, you'll see there's like an intro video to my channel, right? That hasn't been updated since Joe Judge was hired as the coach. Raymond McLeod turning this out. He's got a nice return to the 27-yard line. There's a helmet off. So looks like the 49er offense will go down the field. Rodon is your starter or is your number 3? He is the number 2. He is the number 2 starter. But appreciate all the love we're getting in chat, guys. Appreciate it. Let's see. So yeah, two Jeff Nestor, Sevi 3. I don't even care which one, and then obviously the other one is the number 4. So first down and 10. Maybe get Josh Johnson some snaps in this game. Christian McCaffrey running right up the middle. He's pushing. They're pushing. He's got about 9 yards. Unless they stop him. Yeah, got about 9 yards. So second down, and this Seattle defense is just really dried out. Hey, Pete, it's Li. It's now Li Steals 69 in the Discord. What is there? Well, I mean, DJ Steals. If I don't know, because I know they have beef. But I know DJ Steals likes to bust my balls because he thinks Brooklyn is irrelevant, which is completely not true, completely false, actually. Yeah, thank you, Hayes. Appreciate it. McCaffrey, and he has stumbled. Did he get the first down or not? They're going to rule him a tad short of the line to gain. So it's third down. You really need to start making some stops if you're Seattle. I mean, it's 2 scores because you could go for a 2 on one of the tries. Yeah, I mean, he just trips over Tariq Woolen, but is he, shy a line of gain? So they actually got the first down. 6:50 left to go in the third quarter. First down and 10. Looks like they got a different running back in the backfield. Looks like it's Jordan Mason. McLeod in motion. They're going to give it to Mason. Mason really doesn't have much of an avenue to go through. And Aaron Banks gets pushed to the ground. Tackle made by Uchenna Nwasu, second down. Brooklyn is South Queens. No, it's not, Brett. No, it's not. Tomorrow on Fortnite, 12 to 3, there's a Mr. Beast live event. First person to win gets $1 million. Interesting. And I can't do Fortnite because it's during... Yes, school. I do agree. School can be stupid. I mean, to be completely transparent, I haven't played Fortnite in weeks with my friends. I mean, I used to hate it, love it, hate it. It's a love-hate relationship. Purdy under pressure. He's going to get sacked. Immediately dumped in the backfield by Quentin Jefferson, and it's going to be third down and long. Alex, let's see. Do I skip school or go to school? Well, I mean, to be completely honest, I would go to school. I mean, for your education. That's the mature thing to say. If I'm being honest, I mean, I'm technically an adult, and I would advise that. I remember. Hold on, I got to get to that comment, Jacob. I know what you're talking about. I just got to read it out. Third down and 15, so they're probably just doing some draining of the clock here, and they're sending pressure. 4-man rush. They're going to get it out to McLeod. McLeod might have a lane for a first down, and he does. Tariq Woolen pushes him out. Nice dial up right there. Thought it was just going to be a check down. Oh, punt for fourth down. But hey, moves the chain. Seattle really hasn't been too disciplined on defense tonight. I suck. Already been in Mr. Beast video. I suck at Fortnite already. Alex, you were there for game 4 of the LCS when Steels and LI were insulting each other via Super Chat. Yeah, he made a whole lot of money that night. He was like making money off of diss tracks. So if we're being real, it's like having the same producer or the same manager, and you're the manager of both of them, but you're making money off of diss tracks, them dissing each other. Play action, and Purdy stumbles. There's a flag on the play. He's going to throw it away. It's wide open to Ray McLeod at the 37-yard line, but we'll see what the flag is here. Could be for offside or illegal formation. And Tariq Woolen looks like he may be hurt or maybe committed a penalty, and his teammates are calming him down. Fortnite not going to pay the bills. Yeah, truthfully, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So it's going to be illegal formation on the offense. It's going to go against, let's see. They won't give us a penalty. Well, actually, they won't give us a number. It would be good reason skipping. Well, I mean, the chances, to be completely honest with you, Cooper, are 1 in a million, if that. Even if, like, I win it, chances are 1 in a million. So you're better off staying in school, having an education, building the bankroll, all that stuff. So 1st and 15, 5-yard penalty on the illegal formation. Kittle in motion. Surprised they're still playing McCaffrey at this point, but it is 2 scores. Purdy drops back. Short throw to Juwan Jennings. He gets a couple. It's going to be on 2nd and 4. Might ask my mom to get me out of school early so I could be home and log on Fortnite. I mean, we'll see. I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't want to be nosing in on the conversation in terms of between you and your mom. But hey, the best is Li. Best diss of Li came from Steals that night. Yeah, they were just trading insults. But guys, we are total of 82 subscribers away from 900. Let's slowly work our way there. This is to McCaffrey, and he is stop shy, so a big stop for the defense. Looks like Miles Adams amongst others, and it's going to be 3rd down with 3 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Looks like Jacobs putting some stuff in. The natural pivot is fill a spot in left field. The Yankees have interest in bringing back Benintendi. Him and his agent are pursuing 5 years. The Yankees aren't the only team not willing to give him 5 years. Curry mentions Benintendi first when filling the gap. Bobby Malone gave us a positive assessment of the market for us. Do you have a Twitter, Jacob? Because I was just wondering. I mean, you pulled out a Bobby Malone tweet. I don't know if I follow you or not. But 4th down and 5 here. So it looks like they're either going to it's a very long field goal for Gould, so they're probably going to end up bringing out the punting unit. So you take a look. Purdy. I mean, yeah, best option was to throw it away right there. He's getting pressured in the pocket. So Tyler Lockett is going to be the one receiving the punt. Wishnowski is going to be the one kicking it away. Snap is good. Kick to the left. And Lockett. Oh, this is going to be downed very nicely. Very nicely down by the 49ers inside the 5-yard line by George Odum. So 2:27 left. 49ers 21, Seattle 6. Did they mention Bobby Malone on the show? I was just asking because, like, Bobby Malone's a Twitter guy. So, interesting to say the least. But, guys, I appreciate you coming in, spending your Thursday night with us here. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Yeah, just keep growing that channel, Jeff. Keep growing that channel, Jeff. You know, obviously it takes time, takes commitment. That's how we got here, right? I mean, that's how I started calling Thursday night games. That's how we got StreamYard. A lot of things open up once you just put in the effort, put in the work, and all these other different things. So, I mean, you know, I remember one time I was at fucking 100 subscribers. I mean, that was January of 2021. And, you know, my channel was growing slower, but, you know, you put out more content, you do all sorts of things, it goes faster. So, really happy for my supporters. And I'm just happy overall that we have a community. Yeah. You know, actually, Tony, if you want, well, actually, you said you're on your tablet, so I'm going to make it a little easy for you. I'll put your Twitter in the chat because I can just take the link and everybody can follow from there. Let's see. Tony's Twitter. So if you want to follow Tony, that's Tony on Twitter. I just found it. One of the Yanks Twitter guys, he may have been talking to Bobby via Twitter. Okay. Let's see. What the hell was I gonna do? I gotta check on my short. I didn't listen to Hot Stove. Apparently, he just said a Hot Stove. So yeah, I mean, obviously they're probably firing off a bunch of stuff right now. Knowing that the Yankees just signed Rodon. No problem, Tony. No problem at all. Obviously, we're looking at this Seattle trade that has panned out well for Seattle. Not really for the Broncos. Seattle's in very good draft position. So they could go out, either get a quarterback. They could go get, I mean, I don't think they'll get a quarterback, but they could go get some like key pieces, whatever they need on the offensive side of the ball, whether it be an O-lineman or whatever. But you know, we'll see. Glad Fortnite is event on Saturday. I read it wrong. Hey, listen, you know, you don't miss school that way. You don't miss school that way. I keep forgetting to get myself water. First down and 10. Noah Fant in motion. Geno takes a snap. He looks, he fires, and this is caught. I believe Tyler Lockett's the one on the receiving end. Second down. Yeah, I mean, Wilson has identical stats to Daniel Jones in terms of the touchdown interception ratio. I mean, I think Jones has like 10, 11 touchdowns, and I think he's got 4 interceptions as well. But overall, man, just not worth your buck. Little up tempo here for Geno Smith and the Seahawks. Takes a snap. This is caught by Fant, first down. Lenoir on the stop as they keep moving those chains. Isn't Geno a free agent? He might be. He might be a free agent, but they'll probably lock him up. Yeah, I mean, just not really efficient. 23, 31, 144 yards. Yards per attempt aren't really that good. Toss to Kenneth Walker, and he really hasn't had any success tonight, so a gain of like 3. Kenneth Walker, his stats. Kenneth Walker. He has 8 carry up to this point. 8 carries, 22 yards, as long as it was a 5-yard carry. So I appreciate Tony that gave me that factoid about them not giving up more than like 30 or 50 yards to a rusher, because that really helped me. I didn't put in Kenneth Walker. I mean, I put in Tyler Lockett for my other fantasy team, but at the end of the day, that fantasy team is that's out of the playoffs. For the consolation prize, of course. Kenneth Walker, not too much there. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. So they'll probably run a play before the end of the quarter. For those who don't know, I'm a fan of most irrelevant teams. Texans, Wizards, Orioles, and the Coyotes. My persona is taken. Online persona is taken off. Well, I mean, you acquired the Coyotes because you asked John which hockey team should be your I would say hockey team, because, well, you wanted to be picking with an irrelevant franchise. But also, if they go down to your area, you should get tickets for Coyotes Lightning. 3rd down and 2. Pressure's on. Smith. Cross just completely, utterly obliterated him. And there's a flag in the second. There's so much laundry. So much dirty laundry on the field. I think we're going to get a hold on Cross, and then we're going to get a penalty in the secondary. So the fouls probably will offset. I mean, he just trucked him to the ground. So everyone's going to confer here. At the end of the third quarter, I'll probably get my water. Use it for a quarter. So, haven't yet decided what flags they're going to give us. So, holding, defense again, and illegal hand to the face defense. So, wow. So they're all. I'm surprised Cross didn't get a penalty for holding. Let's take a look. Rush. Yeah. Oh, he knocked his helmet off. So, yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. Got the hold on Lockett. He just a complete hold. So this will probably be the last play they run for the quarter. Smith to Lockett. Lockett for about 7 yards, and that will do it for the third quarter, as the Seahawks are still down 21-6. Can they make a comeback in the fourth quarter? We'll see. I'm going to read some comments, and I'm going to go ahead and get my water. Seahawks suck. Right now they're sucking. 3 penalties. I am Lightning. I'll play Coyotes on New Year's Eve here. Most logical fit. I don't think Reynolds is all likely, especially if Pittsburgh wants a Soto-type compensation. If they want a Soto-type compensation, they can go fucking themselves, respectfully. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to quickly get some water, stay in the chat, conversate with each other, do all the good stuff. Getting water. All right, folks, I am back. Now we're going to go to the fourth quarter. Got to switch it up here. Niners D will stop the Seahawks. I could see that very much so. And then, what is it? Ovaltine. Yeah, I mean, I prefer actual chocolate milk. But we're back to action here. Thursday Night Football. Thank you guys for joining. Like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. Let's see what's going on. So we got 2nd and 2 here. They're going to hand it off to Kenneth Walker, and he's got a first down and more, past the 50, past the 40. Probably his longest carry of the day, puts them in 49er territory, and they move the chains. Yes, Brad's nickname for me is Ovaltine Bitch for some reason. So there's that. But they move the chains there. So this could be big. They got to score 7 on this drive. Can't be about 3 points. They got to score 7. No, I'm not wearing slippers. I am not wearing slippers. Kenneth Walker has about 4 yards per carry, which you want to be a little bit more above that to be efficient. Geno Smith hit as he throws, and the pass is tipped. 2nd down. Looks like he had somebody deep, but the pass was tipped and the pressure was coming. So far tonight, 5 quarterback hits on Geno Smith. I don't live in slippers. I mean, slides are a different story. I don't live in slippers, though. Second down and 10. Play clock winding down to 6, 5, 4, 3. And Geno will drop back, throw it. He's got his man Goodwin out of bounds, and it'll be about 3rd down and 3. So they're moving the chains, just dinking and dunking along the sidelines. Now they are asking whether it was a completed pass. And looks like Hafunga's saying it's going to be incomplete. Or that's incomplete. Or he forced a fumble out of bounds. That's a good. I think that's a good conversation to have if you're Alex Kemp. But right now they're ruling it as of 3rd down. You really don't want to waste a challenge on it. For those who don't know, it's illegal to wear slippers past 10 p.m. in New York. Yeah, this is very strange law. 3rd down and 4. So now looks like there's going to be a timeout or a challenge, and it looks like San Francisco is challenging. So pretty interesting procedure by San Francisco. Personally, I don't think it's that much of a change if you go ahead and not challenge or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Turn on post notifications, when a live stream pops or drops. Appreciate y'all coming back as usual. Thank you for spending your Thursday night here. I do a lot more of these often. A little bit more of the calling games type. Enjoyed it solo-wise because you get more of an interaction from the chat. Get to do a couple of things multitasking-wise. But appreciate all of you coming out once again supporting. My phone blew up all over this with, okay. So I'm going to say this. Maybe you guys in chat will know. Our buddy SoxArizona today, since he posted on his story on Snapchat, I'm gonna make it an announcement to y'all. SoxArizona got engaged today, so that's why he's not on here. Sox popped the question. She said yes. I'm extremely happy for my man. I'm gonna text him right now. So we'll see if they overturn the call on the field, but extremely happy for my man Sox as he takes the next step into his life. happy for him and happy for his fiance. So as we're waiting, guys, be sure to ask questions, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Also, after the stream, you guys can check out. I'll probably have a Rodon. I'll probably record a Rodon video afterwards. So there's that. Alex, do you think? I'm personally not sure. I mean, I know who Ovechkin is, but I'm personally not sure in that regard. I'm not too much of a hockey fan to know that. But the call on the field stands, so there is a loss of a challenge for the one and only San Francisco 49ers. So 3rd down and 4 for Seattle. He's at 800 subs. Is he really? I ought to tell him because today he just texted me back. So I ought to. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to his channel and I'll let him know. Third down and 4. Geno takes a snap. He's getting sacked. Multiple bodies back there. Geno Smith having a tough time getting up, and not what you wanted to see there. Samson Ebukam, the former Ram, was in on the sack. Will I be the ring boy at the wedding? I thought people were going to ask, oh, you be the best man. But I don't know that I'd be the ring boy at the wedding. Yes. Well, Sox is at 7-11 right now. But we got to get him to 800. We got to get him to 800. 4th and 13. Dixon on the punt. Gets this away. McLeod will wave it off, and it's going to go inside the 1-yard line. Perfect work by special teams, and that's where the 49ers will get the ball. Pleasure over. Yeah, it's been dead for a couple of months, Brad. It's been dead for a few months, unfortunately. But hey, see what happens. See what happens. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, Rodon's very good against the Astros, but in the playoffs, I don't think it's that way. But hey, we'll see. Sure, if you're Seattle, you got to load the box, in my opinion. Now, obviously, it's not too easy because you have Ayuk, you have McCaffrey if he gets out in space. But you got to make some sort of a stop here. You have to. So, probably loading that box a little bit. Let's see if they run the football or do some sort of play action. And they do. Drop back, pass, and it is tipped. Key tip right there by Adams. 2nd down. I appreciate that, Tony. I appreciate that. 2nd down. Adams just forces his paw right up in the air. 2nd down and 10. Jordan Brooks on the sideline. Seattle getting hyped up. Putting all the decibels in to the sound. And looks like they're loading this box up really, really well. But will it work to anything? And they're going to have to call a timeout. The timeout charge to San Francisco. See what happens, of course. SoxArizona says, thank you for everybody that's wishing him well. All right, so Josh Johnson looks like he's warming up a little bit. So maybe if this game gets out of hand just a tad more. I got to tell you guys something Scott Boris did. I think it's funny. McCaffrey up the gut. It gets him a couple of yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and long, maybe even 3rd down and medium. So this is interesting. Moments after media availability to introduced Yoshida for the Sox, Scott Boras concluded the deal with the Red Sox rivals, being the Yankees, for Rodon. Afterwards, he snacked on food from a buffet provided by the Red Sox. So, talk about just some nasty stuff from Scott Boras. So, pretty interesting stuff. At least Walker got like a 20-yard run. Purdy throws it and first down. Juwan Jennings moving the chains. So they're probably letting this clock run a little bit, knowing that they have all day. Covered there by Jackson. So we'll see if they let this clock run down a little bit more. Jennings, 3 receptions, 31 yards. As we know, Deebo Samuel obviously not playing due to the knee and ankle injury. First down and 10. Looks like they're loading the box a little bit. And you give it to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey trying to bounce out of a couple of tackles. Barton on the tackle, pushing him for a 1-yard loss. Cody Barton, that is. Loaded the box, and he just had a complete wall in front of him. Complete wall. So, if you're Seattle, you got to watch this clock. You got to start praying that your defense makes a stop. And overall, 21 points in theory isn't necessarily bad to give up the 49ers, but the yardage is probably what hurts. And the time of possession. Purdy drops back, throws in the dirt. Intended for McCaffrey, third down, and Purdy seems pissed off. Maybe he was looking for some sort of a flag there. Third down. Third down and 10:50 left to go. This is an important stop. And if you do get a stop, if you're Seattle's defense, you get quality field position for your offense, which obviously is needed. And there's a false start on Trent Williams. Moved a little early, backing up 5 yards. So just another prick that goes in Seattle's direction, despite the score being what it is. Excuse me for that. Probably really loud at Lumen Field. Third down and 15. Purdy calling out signals at the line. Ray-Ray McCloud in motion. Takes the snap. Pressure. He's got to get out of there. He's in the end zone right now. He's going to throw it to McCloud. McCloud, very shy of the first down marker, probably around on the 10-yard line, and they're going to punt. And it looks like Amazon's just coming in and out for me, which isn't necessarily the greatest thing in the world. So fourth down, we'll bring out Mitch Wishnowski. It looks like, just totally put Bruford on his I think it's Burford or Burford on his ass. But also something as well, looks like Ray-Ray McCloud, they're still marking that as complete, which is quite interesting. There's the challenge flag from Pete Carroll. They're going to use it to pull it back a couple of yards. It was a drop. So fourth down. What day is the end of the year highlight show going to be? So there's a couple of ways we could do it. So obviously the last show for Boys in the Big Apple will be December. I got to look at the calendar. I think it's December 26th. December 26th is the last show, and that's going to be for probably about 2-3 weeks. I'm going to look at the calendar right now, because usually, like what we did last year, is we took a little break and then returned like the second week of January. So look at the calendar right now. The 26th and the 2nd, probably want to take a break after that. The 9th will be in Florida, so eyeing the return of Boys in the Big Apple January 16th. As I said, I don't really want to rush back into content. I want to take a break, for myself. Maybe we'll still do Big Blue in the Bronx in that span. I would hope so. But yeah, the end of the year show is going to be December 26th. December 26th. So there's a Burger King commercial making me very hungry right now, but I've yet to eat dinner, so it explains a lot. Explains a lot. So it shouldn't take that long to overturn the call, as it was clearly a drop by McLeod. Let's refresh this page, see where everybody's at. So 4.1 yards per carry for Kenneth Walker, obviously spanned by that 15-yard run. Christian McCaffrey, not really efficient, but he's been doing what's been asked. 19 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Brock Purdy, 189 yards, 16 completions on 23 attempts, and then 26 for 35. Geno Smith, 169 yards, 4.8 yards per attempt. So not really efficient for Geno Smith tonight, and they still have yet to score a touchdown. Also, as far as quarterback hits, sacks, and all that stuff go, 3 sacks for the 49ers and 8 quarterback hits, 3 quarterback hits, and 1 sack for the Seattle defensive side of the ball. So there's that. So we're still awaiting the results of this challenge. Right? Is it going to be a call-in show or just a highlight reel? Sorry, no problem. Don't have to worry about the questions, man. I don't think it's going to be a call-in show. I'm considering doing a call-in show for Dead Red, our end of the year show, but I mean, we'll see what it entails. We'll see what it entails, of course, because I got to plan out for that date. There's a lot of things that go into that, so I mean, I'll let you guys know. Of course, but keep you in the know. So they overturned the call. Mitch Wishnowsky will punt as the ball is set around the 5-yard line. As we're waiting here, Tabor Pepper is the long snapper. It's actually around that 9-10 yard line where they're spotting it. And he kicks it away. This is going to be for Lockett. Fair caught at the 45. So solid field position. Solid field position for the 49ers. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or your drops. Subscribe to the channels in the description. Let's see what happens. Obviously, we're looking at Paul Allen, who passed away a few years ago. He was the chairman of the Seahawks. Smith takes a snap, play action, rolls out. Smith looking, and he's going to end up throwing this one away. The question is, was there a receiver in the area? And he is pissed about something. Whether it was a call or the protection. So they're going to toss the flag. That's going to be intentional grounding. Just another net negative for the Seattle Seahawks. And he's talking to his I think it was DK Metcalf, but yeah, intentional grounding, loss of down, so it's going to be second down. Yeah, so let's see. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's even about the tackle box. I think it's about, receivers in the area. I mean, you do have Parkinson right there. Yeah, I mean, he's still in the tackle box, so it does qualify for intentional grounding. Just found out my CBS game at 1 p.m. this week is the Texans game. Hell yes. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to be happy for that, right? I mean, I get the games every week here for the Giants. So, I mean, then again, you live in Florida and, you're a Texans fan, so I can see why. So 2nd and 23, third down 23. And Geno is fucking pissed about something, man. Frustrated with this offense all night. And, if you're a Seahawks fan, you might want to say goodbye if this drive doesn't pan out in a touchdown, because the 49ers have run down a lot of clock. Right now, the time of possession, let's see where it's at. Time of possession, 24:52, 24:36. So it's actually pretty even, surprisingly. So looks like, yep, it seems like Amazon's been crapping out for me. I don't know if he's been crapping out for you guys all night, but obviously there's a timeout on the field. Maybe it's an injured player. There's DeMeco Ryans. Seattle's calling a timeout. I don't like that. Now, obviously, they might be getting some offensive pace. Maybe it's, for Shane Waldron to make some adjustments, but you're down 2 scores, 10:27 left. I just don't think that was necessary. Maybe it's me, guys. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But my opinion, you sit back and you play zone. That's my opinion. If I'm DeMeco Ryans, maybe you send some extra pressure, but I would sit back and play some zone here. You really don't. You play some cover 4, which it looks like that's what they're doing. So they're playing cover 4. Smith under pressure from Bosa. He's going to tip it, toss it to Homer, and not nearly enough. And Geno Smith is still pissed off. So let's see if they're going to go for it. And looks like, yeah, Bosa wasn't happy there because he almost got the sack. Let's see if there's any holdings to be worried about. No, man. He just he wanted another sack, didn't get it. So it's 4th down. Did I finish as the number 1 seed in any fantasy leagues? That's a good question. I'm going to wait for the punt. So this one's away. 4th and 19. McLeod, he's going to get it. And he is stopped around the 22-yard line. I'll go through each one of my fantasy teams and tell you, Tony. So, yeah, Geno Smith is just pissed. I want to see who he's talking to. They're not showing that. So I think this. So, all right. Standings. Okay. So I did finish in a league I have with Angry John. I did finish number 1. My record was 10-4. And I made the playoffs, obviously. I have the first round bye. And obviously in this league, we're supposed to make some funny names. Mine was Kissing Cousins. John's was Kicking It Kareem Style. See this one. This league, was I supposed to, was I deemed the first seed? Standing. So almost in one of the other leagues, I was the 2nd seed, and I'm playing right now. In this league, Luca actually was the 1st seed. I was the 7th seed. So there's that. In this league, which is the league I just started this year with unpopular, a lot of my subscribers, Evan Spitzberg as well, almost got the number 1 seed. Luca got the number 1 seed in that league. So that's one league counting thus far. This league, I'm 8-6, 3rd. Yeah, no, not there. Not there either. And I doubt this league I'm going to be. Yeah, so only one league have I got 1st seed, and that's my Angry John league. So, let's see. But my best team was 13-1. But my favorite team was the Sloppy 973rds was 11-3. I'm going to be honest. Let's see. Okay, so CP the franchise made a tweet, and I got to respond to it. But what was I going to say? The reason, I'm going to be completely honest, the reason I'm relevant in that league is because Patrick Mahomes is my quarterback. That's it. I mean, I have some solid role players, but I think I got Diggs on that team, a couple other guys on that team. So back to action here. First down and 10. McCaffrey, he's got some lanes, gets about 5-6 yards on the play. Second down. Second down and 4. It's like Pete Carroll is pissed about something. Clock winding down past the 9-minute mark. Kittle in motion. They'll hand it to McCaffrey again, who's got the first down and more. To the 40, actually to the 39. And first down. Keep moving them chains. So winding down this clock. Mahomes ain't going to do much this week. He's going to keep handing the ball off versus the Texans. You really think so? I mean, I know that defense is bad, but in terms of the run D, but he'll pass. He'll pass. McCaffrey gets about 3 to 4 yards on the carry, second down. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. Subscribe to the channels in the description. Appreciate you guys coming out and spending your Thursday night here. So play clock just going down. That timeout taking it is going to hurt, to be completely honest. But obviously they're still in deep shit now. Purdy's going to pass. He's going to throw it wide open. Tyler Kroft into the secondary to the 30-yard line. First down, 49ers. So play clock is just winding down. As far as they haven't used Jordan Mason a little bit more, but they're going to toss it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to spin. He's got 4. Texans 24, KC 23. We'll see what happens, man. Yeah, I mean, this game kind of is over, but of course, I'd like to finish it and all that stuff for the content. I don't really quit on games, no matter how good or bad they are. Second down and 7. Almost 6 minutes left to go. Now it's going to be 5:58, 5:57. Hand off to McCaffrey. He's stonewalled. Third down. And if you put up 3 on the board, I mean, it extends it to a 3-score game, I think. So hold on, let me do the math. 21-6, that's 15. Yeah, that's a 3-score game. So no, I mean, no. I know, Tony, you weren't saying to quit. I know. But I'm just saying it for the content wise and all that stuff. But I do appreciate you guys coming out and spending your Sunday. Jesus Christ. I'm already envisioned in the Giants game. And I appreciate you guys spending your time here and all that sort of stuff. Let me see if my YouTube short is let's see. I gotta change the thumbnail and it's not letting me. 4th down and 6, so probably going to go ahead and kick the field goal here. Or you could punt and pin them and be pains in the ass. It's Purdy, just dropped by Ayuk, which is big for my fantasy team, to be completely honest. So 4th down. 4th down and 6. This is 43 yards for Robbie Gould, the former Bear, the former Giant. Make probability by next gen 67%. I think it's a little more than that, to be completely honest. Gould is, blocked. The kick is blocked. It is no good. I feel like the person coming from the left had a hand on it. This could be something. This could be something going in Seattle's direction. Wow. And I just said he'd probably make that more than 67%. Wow. Kick is up and the kick is no good. So let's see if Seattle has, some sort of a spike from this. We'll see what happens. Unlikely, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, I mean, I was just trying to change my thumbnail is to not me in this, but I don't know why. I think I gotta restart my computer. But that's not gonna happen until after, of course. Besides watching this game, I am a jinx. I am a jinx. Hopefully Seattle doesn't, come back too much here. But how's everybody's night going so far, other than watching this game and spending your night with me, of course? I gotta work on a paper later. My girl thinks the Cubs are gonna finish second this season. Not really. I mean, yeah, they might finish like third or fourth, but I don't know. I just don't see it being that high. My personal opinion. Road to the Super Bowl. So obviously they're looking at best chance to win, probably by odds. Eagles, Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Niners. And obviously teams are lower after that. Does anyone going great? Just finished my finals. I'm still working on a paper, so doing great. Alex, Growner hanging out, nice. I've yet to finish a paper. I mean, it's tough. I got to pump it out, but I've set aside a routine for myself. Do like 300 words tonight and then 400 some odd words tomorrow, and I'll be done with it. Smith fires to Metcalf, and that's a first down. Keep those chains moving if you're Seattle. Keep those chains moving. And they are. They're going very up-tempo. I wouldn't run it at all. Smith drops back under pressure. Hit as he throws it. Incomplete. Stops the clock. 3rd down and 1. Charles Cross has struggled a little bit tonight, and Pete Carroll's pissed about something as there's an injured player on the field. I believe that is Samson Ebukam. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he just got... So, yeah, I mean, obviously that's a throw, but he got rolled up afterwards, Ebukam, so... Yeah, I know. I have to get into a mode, and usually during the day I have distractions. So I just kind of pump this thing out. Maybe I'll stay up till 4 a.m. today. Well, not today. Well, I mean, it's technically 4 a.m. tomorrow, and just like finish it, because at this point might as well. Tom Thibodeau is the head coach of the Knicks. Tom Thibodeau is the head coach of the Knicks. I wonder if they have a presser with Judge, or is this going to be Rodon? They could have a presser with Judge, but they also owe one for Rizzo if that's the case. So likely just Carlos Rodon. 3rd down and 1. Let's see where they go with this. Loaded box. Kenneth Walker gets the carry. He's breaking out. He's got a first down, tripped up. So where will they mark him is the question. Got a couple of yards after contact. So Smith drops back. He throws it. It's going to be caught by Will Dissly, and he's upended after the first down marker. So looks like some good offense, hurry-up offense coming from Seattle. Smith calling out signals, drops back, takes the snap, throws it, and it is dropped. Dropped by Lockett. Looks like the pass was a little behind. Second down. Second down and 10 from the 43-yard line of the 49ers. Takes a snap. Geno with pressure. Kenneth Walker gets the check down. He's got a first down and more. Afunga's the last to get him, and he tackles him out of bounds at the 10. So I guess if anyone was getting fantasy points from Kenneth Walker, that would be the way. Nice, solid check down. They're playing deep. Single high safety. And nice blocking out there. So they're in prime position to score here from the 10-yard line. Can't waste this opportunity if you're Seattle. Smith drops back, looks, fires, end zone, touchdown. Noah Fant puts it up on the board. And do you go for 2 now or do you go for 2 later? Yeah, you have Walker, so I guess that reception did wonders for you. Let's see. Lockett's there, and Fant's just wide open in the back of the end zone. I mean, the total hole in that zone. Maybe Hufanga was supposed to be there. Not sure, but Fant gets it into the end zone. Touchdown. So extra point try. Maybe they'll do the 8 on the next one. Jason Myers puts this one through. So now we've got a ball game. They just need some really good stops here. 21-13 is the score. Fant is on the bench. Wow. Tom Thibodeau is a good head coach. He was with the Boston Celtics when they won the championship at 8. He was assistant coach. Yeah. I mean, the Knicks have been doing really good lately. They've played in games. They've competed. I think they're like 16-13 now. So things are looking up. Things are looking up for the Knicks. Thibodeau's done a nice job. He's adapted a little bit with the cutting. So we'll see what the Knicks do. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of coverage of that tomorrow on the Friday Night Knicks pod, which will be live at 6:30. So you definitely want to be there if you want your basketball knowledge. All right, so they're going to do the onside kick. I personally wouldn't, but I mean, we'll see. They got their hands team out there. I don't know if I would because I would just, I don't know. I don't feel too confident about this because you go up, if they get the field goal, you go up 2 scores. But anyway, they're going to kick it off regularly. McLeod lets it bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and 3:35 is left on the clock. So it's up to Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers offense to close out this game. Purdy obviously has been more efficient tonight. Geno's passed it more for more yards, but Purdy's been, once again, more efficient tonight. 2 touchdowns, 217 yards. I'd stack the box, but also keep my best corners out there. Give it to McCaffrey on first down. He's got a carry for about 6 yards. Second down. Robert Williams, the Boston Celtics, will be playing tomorrow night. His first game of the season. Yeah, I mean, I think he's known for his defense, from what I know, and I think he's solid at that. I think he played all right in the finals last year when we were doing the coverage. Second down and 4. McCaffrey might be over 100 tonight. I gotta refresh my page. Calling out signals. Purdy hands it off, and he is stuffed. Looks like there were a couple of different Seahawks on the play. It's third down. I think Mafe was one of the guys in there. May have not been Mafe. Actually, Tanner Muse was in there. My mistake on that. But I think it was Brooks and Muse. Yeah. Actually, Irvin and Muse. So wrong again, I am. But third down, this is a big third down. In my opinion, you could call. So now they're starting to call timeouts with 2 minutes winding down. But third down and 1. I saw the Knicks and the Wizards had the same record. Guess the Knicks haven't been winning. I haven't looked in 2 weeks. Yeah, well, they have been. Yeah, I misinterpreted your message. Yeah, they have been winning. They've won, I think, the last 5 games. Third down and 1. Jordan Brooks is questionable come back in the game, which means you really need some bust up linebacker play. Third down and 1. Crucial third down and 1. Fake Purdy. Is he going to get the first down? He does. Clock is running. That could be the last play before the 2-minute warning, but Purdy moves the chains with his legs. Take a look here. Just a simple boot play action. And nobody is spying on the quarterback. And the clock keeps moving. See. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I would say that's a first down. So you need a miracle and a half if you're Seattle in terms of making a stop and getting the ball back. So now Pete Carroll is challenging the ruling on the field, which I guess is a stab in the dark. So we'll see what this challenge does. I mean, it's over 2 minutes, so you can challenge it. But also, are you really going to go ahead and put a challenge out? I mean, this could be costly. This could be costly. Ruling on the field stands. Ruling on the field stands. So another lost challenge. And you might be able to wrap this one up. So they're probably going to start winding the clock anytime soon. Looks like once they get out of the huddle, Seahawks can no longer use the coach's challenge. Yep, I think it's once you're down to like one timeout or something. They've lost 2 already during the game. Next semester will be my last semester. Graduating in the spring. Well, good luck, man. Good luck, Jacob. So they're actually not starting the clock, which I guess, I mean, it's kind of the use of the timeout. Jordan Mason with a nice carry for 6, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Unless they call a timeout right now. Let's see how many timeouts they have. They have no timeouts, so it's just a hope for at this point if you're a Seattle fan. But of course, it would come down to the wire. Do they have any timeouts left? They do not. They do not have any timeouts left. But obviously, if you guys want to look forward, next week will be the Jets and the Jaguars. That game I will be at, so there will be no Dead Red podcast then. Obviously, looking at some of the games for the week, they got Bengals Bucks. Giants Commanders is the one that we're all looking forward, or at least most of us are looking forward to. Whether they get their ass kicked or not, playing for the playoffs. So second down at 5. No coach's challenge, obviously, allowed in the last 2 minutes. And you're going to be getting the ball back with probably like 15 seconds, maybe fewer. So the defense of Seattle has to create some sort of turnover, but of course that's miracle working. Second down and 5. Purdy gives it to Mason. Mason is stuffed. Tanner Muse on the tackle, and it's third down, and the clock will run. Alex turning to the dark side next week. Well, I mean, I'm going to the game as part of a Christmas present, but, you know, that'd be my first Jets game on the season. I went to one last year. My first actual NFL game in the regular season was a Jets game. It was Jets-Dolphins last year. Joe Flacco was the starter. Third down and 3. This is really big right there. Right here. It's really big. Third down and 3. Hand off to Mason. It's a first down. And more Jordan Mason. He's going to run. Past the 30, past the 20, past the 10. And he's knocked out of bounds. Honestly, if I was Jordan Mason and he looks a little hurt right there, I would have just slid. Because that ends the game. But he gets knocked out of bounds, so still get a blimp of a chance of Seahawks getting the ball, but they probably kneel it out twice, and that's your game. But what a run by Jordan Mason. Some excellent blocking up front, and he was just off to the races. Much appreciated. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong comment. Much apprecited. Hey, I'm wacko for Flacco. Y'all going to the... Yep. It will be me, Luca, our friend Sean, and Donald, and Rob too. Rob of Nerding Out Sports will be joining us there. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out within the next few minutes. I don't think I have anything else, but once the final kneel down happens, first rookie QB to win first 2 starts versus a Super Bowl winning head coach and a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Tom Brady and Pete Carroll, of course. So they're going to kneel it out right here. 21-13 is the final score. The New York Giants get some I don't know what I can't even think of the word right now. Get some clarity with this win. But San Francisco is the one who really won this game 21-13 against their rivals. I'm going to head out, guys. Appreciate anyone who came in tonight. Chat was awesome. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops to your drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. As far as channel updates for the Big Blue in the Bronx YouTube channel, tomorrow night will be the Friday Night Knicks pod with Luca and Donald. Saturday is the Big Blue in the Bronx podcast previewing the Commanders game. Sunday is nothing as of right now. Great stream. Yes, thank you, Jacob. Sunday, nothing. Boys in Big Apple back on Monday. Tuesday, Big Blue in the Bronx. And it goes from there. Peace out, guys. See you later. Stay cool.